We will start with our 4 senior cheerleaders. Our first cheerleader is Danny Rhodes. Danny is a biochemistry from Utah, Washington. He's walking her mom, Marlene, and Jack Gabriel, her sister Amanda, and her best friend, Venus Taylor Chris. Ladies and gentlemen, Danny Rhodes. Our next senior cheerleader is Faith Lewis. Faith is an elementary education major from Carroll, Montana. She's being escorted off the field by her parents, Diane and Paul, and her sister Carroll, and her boyfriend, Seth Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, Faith Lewis. Next up is Brennan Nordstrom. Brennan is a health science major from Seattle, Washington. Her parents are living in House Nordstrom. He's being escorted off the field by her close friend and role living champagne. Our final senior cheerleader is Bailey Schwarzenegger. Bailey is a nursing graduate from Colchester, Montana. Her parents are Ryan and Jason. Walking the field with her is her mom, Donna, her grandmother, Reed, her sister, Mallory Glenn, and her boyfriend, Archie Matthews. Ladies and gentlemen, Bailey Schwarzenegger. Let's give a round of applause for your senior cheerleaders. Our first football senior today is running back number 3, Major Ali. Major is from Chicago, Washington, and is graduated with a degree in accounting and finance. He is escorted by his parents, Louis and Don, for his sister Tara, without Jeff, and without Tim. He is a 2-time all-conference running back and an academic all-conference selection. Ladies and gentlemen, Major Ali. The next senior is linebacker number 31, Chase Bowen. Chase is from Emmett, Idaho, and graduated with a degree in civil engineering. He is accompanied by his parents, Karen and Jill, brother Garrett, sister Paige, and of course, Mike Van Dee. He has recorded 167 total tackles in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Chase Bowen. The next senior is defensive lineman number 36, Carroll. Carroll from Golden, Colorado, who will graduate with a double major in business and finance with a concentration in management. He is accompanied by his parents, Mark Moran and Bill Burnett. He scored 35 tackles and 7.5 sacks in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Brett. The next senior is offensive assistant coach and former quarterback Reed Heidel. Reed is from Athens, Wyoming, and is graduating with a degree in business communication. He is escorted by Charlie and Barney Union, his sister Bethany and Olivia Union, and his grandparents Kevin and Echo Paul. After playing quarterback for the team for 2 seasons, Reed joined the offensive coaching staff. Ladies and gentlemen, Reed Heidel. The next senior is defensive end number 93, Alex Carroll. Alex is from Ventura, California, and graduated with a degree in health sciences and public health. He is accompanied by his mother, Sandy Portfield, and his own family, Mike and Kathy Dan. He has recorded 21 tackles and 2.5 tackles in his career. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Carroll. The next senior is offensive lineman number 72, Preston Johnson. Preston is from Aurora, California, and was graduated with a degree in health science. He is accompanied by his mother, Cynthia Johnson, and his girlfriend, Tara Hanks. Johnson has been a part of Rocky Valley criminal tests and breast loss and cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, Preston Johnson. The next senior is linebacker defensive end number 39, Greg Prime. Greg is from Burlington, Illinois, and was graduated with a multidisciplinary degree in engineering and management. He is accompanied today by his parents, Dave and Chris, sister Deb, brother-in-law Matt, Uncle Dave, Uncle Linda, and of course, Mike Van Dee. Guy has 100 tackles and 9 sacks on his career. next senior is defensive back and puncher number 25, Matt Quebec. Matt is from Metro Washington and is graduating with a degree in biochemistry and molecular biology. Matt is escorted by his parents, Isaac Roger and his brother Jonathan. Quebec has 55 tackles and 100% on his career. He holds 37.8 yards to the linebacker. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Quebec. The next senior is offensive lineman number 64, J.D. Riley. J.D. is from Middleton, Idaho, and is graduated with a degree in civil engineering. He is accompanied by his parents, Trey and Hannah, and his grandparents, Doug and Judy, and his sisters, Brianna and Nan. Riley started every game in practice on our offensive line, is a team captain, and also scored a receiving touchdown as a tight end at Dillon his sophomore year. Ladies and gentlemen, J.D. Riley. Our next senior is wide receiver number 83, William W. Shelley. William is from Kansas, Washington, and graduated with a degree in international business. He is escorted by his mother, Allison, sister, Lizzie, Coach Daniel, and his high school coaches, Dan James and Joe Machado. Coach Shelley has been a big part of the Kansas Scout team and is a leader in the way. Ladies and gentlemen, William W. Shelley. Our next senior is defensive line number 40, Peyton Sexton. Peyton is from Great Falls, Montana, and was graduated with a degree in history, political science, and social studies in secondary ed. He is accompanied by his parents, Dr. Sarah, Grandma Joanne, Grandma Arlene, Sister Allison, Grandpa Tom, and brother Montana. Sexton has 45 career tackles and 7 career sacks. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Sexton. The next senior cadet is number 88, Sammy Stratton. Sam is from Spokane, Washington, and is graduated with a degree in computer information systems. He is escorted by Coach Alex Jackson and Coach Alex Anderson. Stratton has been a force for the Saints and a mainstay at the tight end position. His blocking is among the best in his frontier. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Stratton. Our next senior is defensive line number 99, James Coley. James is from Bello Falls, Vermont, and is graduated with a degree in communication. He is accompanied by Kelly Floyd, brother Sam Hunt, cousin Madison Cohen, and cousin Ryan Jackson. Coley runs the same set of both sides of the ball and more than 10 tackles this season. Ladies and gentlemen, James Coley. Then our final senior, defensive back number 19, Paul Wilson. Paul is from Cormac, Montana,
sponsored by the Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW and Wayland Tire.
We're here at Nelson Stadium. It's Senior Day, the last home game of the season for the Fighting Saints of Carroll College. Rocky Erickson alongside Joe McMahon. Carroll College this afternoon will host the Ore Diggers of Montana Tech. Joe, it might be considered a bit of a rivalry game.
Yeah, and the Civil War might have been considered a bit of a war. Today's game is a huge rivalry game, no matter what their records are, but it's even bigger today when the playoffs are on the line for Montana Tech, and Carroll knows it. So for the Carroll College Fighting Saints and their seniors, this is an opportunity to knock Tech out of the playoffs.
Montana Tech ranked 17th in the nation. They've only lost 2 games all year, and both losses to the College of Idaho. The big question: can Tech get into the postseason with 3 losses?
And I don't think they can. I think they have to win today, and then they have to finish off with a win at home next weekend. I believe Rocky comes into Butte. So for them, it's a big game. It's do or die. And as I mentioned, Carroll College knows that, and there's nothing better for those seniors than to defeat Montana Tech and spoil their playoff chances. But no, I think they've got to win today.
The Fighting Saints are trying to have their first winning season in 6 years under first-year head coach Troy Purcell. Joe, how important is it for the Saints program to have more wins than losses in 2019?
Well, it feels good. It feels good for the kids who have put in 4 hard years here, those seniors. But I think for the recruiting class coming in, it's a big marker of the program really on the rise and on the rebuild. I think Coach Purcell around the community has strong support now. They can see what he has done with this program. And this will just be icing on the cake. I mean, if they can defeat Montana Tech and then win their final home game, or their final game on the road at Eastern Oregon next weekend, it'll be a great top to what's been a very successful season.
The Diggers have a great defense. It's going to be difficult for Carroll College to score this afternoon. And the Diggers like to run. Fike is out with an ankle injury, but they got Blake Counts, the true freshman from Flathead, who was instrumental getting the Braves into that state AA championship a year ago. He averaged 200 yards a game, and we're going to see a lot of running from both sides.
We are. Both teams are going to pound the football. The offensive line, defensive line, that's where this game's going to be won. Who's going to control that trench? Because both teams are stingy defensively. They don't give up a lot of rushing yards and very few touchdowns on the rush.
It's going to be a huge crowd. It's a huge game. It's a rivalry game here at Nelson Stadium at Helena as the Fighting Saints take on the 17th ranked team in the nation, the Ore Diggers of Montana Tech.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. So stop in today and let us find the right set of Michelin tires for you. If you
We still have the game and sing our national anthem today. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we did at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars
Colors here at Nelson Stadium, Senior Day, as the Saints of Carroll College get set to take on the Orediggers of Montana Tech, and the giant flag with our servicemen who are folding it up now. And Veterans Day coming up on a Monday, and you don't have to wait until Veterans Day to thank somebody who has served our nation, and thank everybody. Coming up at halftime of today's telecast, I'll tell you my favorite Veterans Day story about that 1941 Cat Grizz game. Well, Joe, the Fighting Saints have won their last 3 games. The Orediggers have won their last 2 games. The Diggers need to win out, and even if they do, they still might not punch their ticket to the top 16 and make the postseason playoffs.
Yeah, Rocky, you're right. They've got to win this game and their following one next weekend at home against Rocky Mountain College. They've got a good shot at it, I think, if they can do that. Of course, we know College of Idaho was in. They're playing well this year, and we expect them to finish strong this year. They're the class of the league, and they're the only ball club that has defeated Montana Tech, and they beat them twice this year. So it's been a tough go for them. But yeah, you're right. They've got to win out.
Chuck Morrell in his 10th season at Montana Tech, and the Diggers, they lost to the College of Idaho in game 1 this year, 28-14. And how about what happened on October 19th at the College of Idaho,
Yeah.
Joe? I mean, that was a bizarre game. It went right down to the end. The game was tied at 13, and the College of Idaho won the game on a 58-yard field goal, the longest field goal in Frontier Conference history.
Longest field goal in the conference history, and it really deflated Montana Tech, who really played extremely well and had an opportunity to win that game, and they played well enough to win.
And it's going to be an exciting battle. You got 2 teams, very good defensively. Keys to the game for Tech, establish their running game, and what a great job they've done all season long, averaging almost 200 yards a game. Blake Counts, a true freshman out of Flathead, has been outstanding. Tyler Folks has been great, and Jed Fike is out with an ankle injury. And for Carroll College, they're the underdog. If you're going to win, you can't turn the football over.
They got to hang on to the football, and they've got to control that line of scrimmage. And running the football against Montana Tech, nobody's really been successful doing that all year long. So for Carroll, they're going to have to be persistent. I think if Carroll has to throw the football throughout the game and has to throw it a lot, they're going to be in trouble.
Major Ali will lead a couple of the seniors out on Senior Day, and it seems like Major Ali has been a part of this program for a long, long time, Joe.
And a very productive part. He came in as a freshman, contributed right away. He's a kid out of Washington that just plays hard game in and game out. And really this year, he's been a good tutor to Matthew Burgess, who was coming in and just played phenomenally. Number 2 in the conference in rushing Rocky. But Major has been a great mentor to him, and he's meant a lot to this program.
You know what was great here on Senior Night when they were introducing the seniors, former coach Mike Van Diest walked out with a couple of those seniors, and that had to be very emotional for Mike and their family. But you know, what a great scene that was.
What a class act he's always been. And yeah, Mike still cares deeply about these kids. I mean, when you recruit them and they play for you for 3 years or whatever it was, sometimes 4 if they're a redshirt kid. I mean, you get to know them, they become part of your family. And so he's got so many connections of kids that have played here for him in the past. He gets a lot of wedding invitations, let's put it that way.
And the Carroll College Saints have won the toss. Carroll College will receive the football to get things started. Peyton Sexy, a senior, and his mom and dad were at the University of Montana. Sarah was on the track team, inducted into the Hall of Fame. Doug played football at the University of Montana, and what that man young has been through his 4th year, he's had at least 4 surgeries, and what happened to him his sophomore year up in Havre against Northern lacerated his kidney and his liver, was air flighted back to Great Falls, and then shoulder surgeries the following year. And Doug, he begged his son not to continue to play the game of football, but he did, and here he is, his last home game, and That was emotional for that family as well as they walked out.
You know, a key character trait for anybody is resiliency and be able to get up and keep going. And that's what better display right there.
It's the Saints up against the Diggers, and this is a rivalry game. A few years ago, the crowd for these games were simply unbelievable. Burgess is back with Sipes to return the kick. Carroll up against the Diggers last year, November 3rd in Butte. Carroll won 34-14 as Sipes set a school record with 4 receiving touchdowns. He had 6 catches, 170 yards. Defense came up big for Carroll a year ago. They had 3 interceptions against Montana Tech. They meet here in 2019, and this huge Frontier Conference game is officially underway. Burgess fakes a handoff to Sipes, cuts across the right side. That's going to be a face mask.
Yep, penalty flag already out in the field. It looked like right over where the tackle was made. Somebody reached out and got a hold of his face mask as he came by him. Interesting. Carroll tries a little trickery there, fakes the reverse, and didn't fool Montana Tech. They covered it well, but almost too well.
Boy, what a nice day for football. Tech, you know, back in October, they were up in Havre up against the lights, and they played in a foot of snow.
Yeah, you just never know.
How
This
about-
penalty is actually against Carroll College. It was a block in the back, they called. So we missed that one on the kickoff.
Boy,
It
I'll
looked
say.
Looked like a face mask for Burgess when he came by. But anyway, Carroll's going to start backed up. Now, that's not where you want to be against a stingy Tech defense.
Saints against the wall. Major Ali is back, 482 yards, averaging 5.2 yards a carry. Out of the shotgun, Bridgewater. And he's back near the goal line. Got to get rid of it. They're going to go deep. Sipes is open. Makes the catch at the 40. Wow. First play from scrimmage from the 10-yard line.
Tucker Routh, the defensive back, just got beat. He had 2-3 yards on him, and Bridgewater delivered a strike right on the money. I mean, it couldn't have been placed better. Made the catch, and that's how you beat that stingy defense, rush defense.
What a huge play to start this game. Major Ali up the middle for a gain of just a couple. Sipes bobbled the ball just a bit, able to bring it down, and that is huge for Carroll College.
It's huge.
Major Ali, the running back, number 3. Bridgewater, the quarterback, number 11. The tight end, Collins. We have a Tech player who's hurt. Joe Ferris. Seems like he's been with the program forever as well for Carroll College. And
Arthur Flynn getting up off the ground. Looks like he's going to be okay. Gets off the field under his own power.
It's going to be 2nd down and 7 for Carroll. They struggled offensively a year ago, averaging just 23 points a game this year. They're averaging 34 points a game and 429 yards a game. And when you complete an 80-yard pass to start the game, well, your stats are going to be even better.
Absolutely.
Tight end to the left side. That's Collins. Little misdirection. Major Ali inside the 20. Ali breaks a tackle. And Major Ali down to about the 8-yard line before Justin May, who is 3rd on the team with 40 tackles. He may have saved a touchdown, Joe.
He did. He saved a touchdown. Ali was heading into the end zone.
And Ali again. Ali near the goal line. Down to about the 2-yard line. And what an opening drive for Carroll College.
There's a senior that's running hard. Here comes Burgess in. He's going to, he and Ali will both be in this formation.
Tech defense has been outstanding this season. Sims on the defensive line, Barta and Flynn. Rothy, we talked about, made a tackle. May saved a touchdown moments ago. Full house backfield. 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. They come under center. Burgess near the goal line, and no indication he's going to be stopped just short.
Well, Tech knew what was coming. They had 10 men up in the box that time, ready to get after Burgess. They figured he was going to carry the ball. They were right, but he was able to get a little forward progress, and he's going to leave him with about 1.5 yards.
You know, Joe, I think they come up short. They're probably going to go for it on 4th down instead of a field goal.
Got a lot of
Trying to
momentum.
make a statement here on their opening drive.
In this game, momentum is so huge, and it's with them right now. If they can stick this ball in the end zone, either on 3rd or 4th down, yes, I agree.
3rd down and goal, and now they're going to go into the Wildcat formation. Burgess is going to take the direct snap. Burgess will follow his blockers. He's going to be short, stopped at the 2-yard line.
He's actually going to lose a yard. Great job that time by Tech defensively. They saw it coming, obviously well scouted. They've done a great job of getting ready and preparing for this game. They knew exactly what was coming, and they pushed him back. So it looks like they're going to, with that, they're going to take the field goal.
Well, I've been wrong twice already, and the game just getting started, Joe.
Well, it's just early, so nobody's tallying, but that's 2.
I see you keeping track.
There we go.
And the Saints will kick a field goal. Kraft out of Billings Central, 4 of 8 on the season. This is going to be less than an extra point. It's going to be an 18-yard field goal attempt for Josh Kraft. Snap back. They bobbled a snap. They're going to have to go for 2, and they will come up with nothing. And the Tech Diggers hold. Jaden Harrison was unable to put the ball down. And Carroll College, after that big first play over 80 yards, and Harrison unable to put the ball down for the easy chip shot field goal.
Yeah, looks like the snap was pretty good, maybe a little low, but manageable. He just couldn't get it turned and get it down on the tee or down on the ground, ready for the kicker. So
what a huge break, Joe, for Montana Tech.
Enormous momentum shift already.
Jet Campbell, the quarterback. Boy, what a name. If you're going to play football or sports, you got a name like Jet.
Jet Campbell, you better be fast.
1st down and 10. And they're going to work from the 18-yard line. And Tech wants to throw on 1st down, airs it out, and incomplete.
Looking for Tanner Chase. No, excuse me, number 10 it was. Kylie Caprera. Yep.
Jet Campbell is a quarterback. Folks, the running back. And we'll also see Blake Counts in for Fike, who is injured, hasn't played in the last 6 games. Copeland and Bentz on that offensive line. 2nd down and 10. Tech, they only put the ball up an average of 21 times a game, only average 160 yards on the ground. They're going to keep it on the ground. That's Blake Counts. Counts gets across the 20. A gain of about 4 yards. He went for 134 yards against Eastern Oregon. He had 125 against Northern, and a year ago when he was at Flathead, he averaged more than 200 yards a game. McGee in that middle. Peyton Sexy out of CMR leads the Frontier Conference in sacks this year. It's a big senior game for him. Fauntleroy has had an outstanding season. He's got 4 interceptions. Big 3rd down play here.
Carroll back to 4-3, 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, so they're expecting to throw the football, and that's exactly what Campbell's trying to do here.
Jet roll to the right side. Jet will run, and he's not going to get that 1st down.
Great job by the Carroll defensive 11 out there that time, expecting that Campbell's going to try and put that football up. They had it covered, had everything covered. He just had no place to go.
Speaking of great names, Glendive had a running back this year, last name Diesel. You got to love that.
There you go.
CMR had a place kicker, last name Shanks.
You don't have to love that.
That's not the best.
No.
And Tech will punt it away as they go throwing it out. A little bit of a rush, nice, high spiral kick. Fair catch called for on the 34-yard line. Well, what a start. Saints get a big 1st down play, and they come up short. We'll be back with more right after this. No, I think you just bobbled it. It happens. Man, I've screwed up twice in the 1st quarter, Joe.
Saints fans, we would now like to recognize some amazing students.
At First Security Bank, we believe that the banking experience should be both simple and efficient. We've invested our resources to provide our customers with the highest quality services and optimal banking tools. When you bank with First Security Bank, you're not only getting the most personalized banking experience in Helena, you're working with a bank dedicated to helping Helena thrive. Visit us in person or online. First Security Bank, locally owned, community strong.
1958.
When it comes to repairing your vehicle, make sure you choose the most experienced and well-equipped repair facility in Helena, Capital Collision Center. We are Helena's only Honda, Acura, Nissan, Ford F-150 aluminum, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Fiat, GM, and Hyundai certified repair facility. Montana Law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center at 1006 Euclid Avenue.
Capital Collision Center. Helena's first choice in collision repair.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Chevy dealers. Game of the week, Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. We're in Helena at Nelson Stadium. This is senior day. The Saints against the Ordinagers of Montana Tech, a rivalry game. Both teams have had one opportunity, come up short. Saints second down and 10 at the 36-yard line. They're going to send three wide receivers left side. Bridgewater averaging just 204 yards a game. Burgess will get the call, comes off left tackle for a gain of about 5. Third down play coming up for Carroll.
Carroll College on that first down play. Bridgewater tried to carry it around the right side on his own. Not a lot of room out there. Taken down quickly for a loss by Cade Harris, but Burgess picked up another 6 here to make it a workable 3rd and 5.
Bridgewater on the season completing 48% of his passes, 13 touchdowns, been picked off 3 times. Threw for 292 against Montana Western. Remember, he's a redshirt freshman out of Eagle, Idaho. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 from the 40-yard line for the Saints. Bridgewater out of the shotgun.
Check rushes 4.
Bridgewater and incomplete. Intended receiver was a tight end, Tony Collins. And as expected, Joe, it's been a defensive battle other than that one big play the Saints had on their very first snap.
Yeah, other than that, it's been very close, and nerves are playing into it here, too, as we saw the holder for Carroll College having a hard time getting that ball down. And they lost the opportunity for 3 points, the Saints did, but the Ordinagers not able to do anything with their first possession, 3 and out. They're going to get the ball back here momentarily.
And Willie Steele is back, and there'll be no return. High bounce, that's into the end zone, and that is a 60-yard punt. And Tech will have the football back on their second offensive possession. No score here at Carroll.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next book.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
Listen up, parents. Here's what we know.
And what we don't know.
E-cigarette use tripled among teens nationwide in just 1 year.
It's worse here in Montana. Our teens use at even higher rates.
What's in e-cigarettes anyway?
And what happens when our kids get addicted?
No one knows yet. Do you remember when they said that cigarettes were safe?
We don't want our kids to be the next lab rats. E-cigarettes equal big profit for big tobacco.
We have to protect the next generation.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. Performance, pride, and passion, 3 things that define the rich legacy of BF Goodrich Tires and the lasting partnership that we've shared over the years. Like the ever-popular BF Goodrich KO2 tire and all the Advantage TA line of tires, stop in and talk to your local performance experts at Wayland Tire and get set up with the right type of tires from the company that invented performance, BF Goodrich.
Wayland Tire, we know tires.
Montana Tech, their second offensive possession of the game. Folks is in as a running back. And Folks will get the call, tries the left side a couple of yards, and that's about it. On the first possession, the Diggers went 3 and out.
They did. That time, Dylan Kresge in on that tackle right away. He's one of the state leaders in tackles. In fact, I think he's at the top of the list, or he's close to it. Yeah, he is at the top. 55 total tackles on the year for Dylan.
Helena High product. His last game here at home. Second down and 8 for Montana Tech, trying to get their first down of the afternoon. Campbell, play action. Campbell airs it out. Catch is made! And near midfield and making that catch is Trevor Hoffman. And all Trevor Hoffman has done this season, he is his 41st reception. He has 43% of the team's completions and over 50% of the yards. That's the first down for Montana Tech.
Great throw and catch, throw by Campbell, catch by Hoffman. Defensively, pressure put on Jet Campbell, and he just got rid of the ball just before he got blasted. And coverage was pretty good by King, but he was just a better thrown ball.
Three wide receivers to the left side. Counts will come into motion. That's the first pass complete for Campbell. And here comes Counts, and Blake Counts goes for about 4 yards. And boy, Counts a year ago, he went for 303 yards against Senior, 276 against Sentinel. And Joe, that's double-A football.
That is a lot of mileage. It's a lot of steps on your iPhone, I can tell you that. Chase Bowen in that tackle for Carroll College.
It's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Orediggers, just across midfield. No score, under 7 minutes left to be played here in the first. Pitch it out to Counts. Counts at midfield takes a hit, and Counts gets driven out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, I think that was Spearoff that came up to finish him off, but Bowen started him that way, pushing, forced him outside, and then they got support from the secondary, that true freshman, Zach Spearoff out of Helena High, came up and pushed him out of bounds.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5, and Campbell is 1 for 2 on the game. Most yards he's thrown for this year, 246 against Southern Oregon. The Diggers have 3 wide receivers up on top here.
Carroll, 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers. 4-3.
Campbell, 2-step drop, incomplete, and Campbell tried to dump it off to Nate Sander and went over his head, and Saints are getting it back, and, well, as expected, Joe, a defensive battle early on in this game.
Definitely. Sander opened that time. Rocky, if you complete that ball, you've got a 1st down. He just threw it a little too far ahead of him, led him too much and over his back.
And Newts to punt, averaging 38 yards a punt. Burgess waiting back at the 10-yard line. Might take somebody to turn the ball over before we can get a score in the game. And Burgess on a running catch at the 15, about a 5-yard return. And Carroll College will come back on offense on Senior Day here at George Nelson Stadium. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon.
What a beautiful day for football. A little bit of wind out of the west, but nothing too hard. Nothing that's going to affect the game at the moment.
You know, when Marty called, I thought he wanted us to do the Alabama-LSU game today. I was surprised it was the Carroll Tech game, Joe.
You were very surprised. And so would have been the listening audience for Alabama and LSU.
3 wide receivers left side for Bridgewater. The redshirt freshman finds a wide open wide receiver. And out across the 30-yard line, Jaden Harrison, his 7th catch on the season. The Saints get their 2nd 1st down here in the first quarter.
Good route by the kid out of Jordan, Utah. I see him ran that little out route. And our St. George, Utah, Dixie High School. And Bridgewater delivered the ball in stride.
Devin Bridgewater, 5'11", 185-pound redshirt freshman. 1st down and 10 for the Saints. 3 in the backfield. Burgess gets a call, hit at the line, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, gets near the 38-yard line, and Burgess for a gain of about 6. He went for 184 this year against Montana Western, 121 against Rocky.
You can see it on the replay. He just makes people miss. There's one. He steps to his right. There's another one. The missed tackle couldn't get a hold of him. He's just slippery.
You know, you return Major Ali, then you get a huge gift in freshman Burgess. And Saints have established a great running game, averaging 225 yards a game on the ground this year. Sipes in motion. On 2nd down and 5, Bridgewater, the quarterback, will keep it, and Bridgewater is going to come up short. Did not get that first down.
Yeah, kind of hesitated at the line of scrimmage, waiting for his defensive tackle to make that block, and instead of cutting in behind him, he tried to go around him, and there was just no room. They were there by the time he got to the corner.
It's going to be 3rd down and 5. There was just nothing around the outside for Bridgewater there.
The tackle had his man sealed, but he needed to cut to the inside. He cut around him.
And Bridgewater 2 for 3, 75 yards of the game. This is going to be 3rd down and 4. Ferris in motion.
4 down lineman for Tech.
Bridgewater stays in the pocket, got time. Pass complete to Sipes and move the chains. That'll be a first down. Out to the 48-yard line, Shane Sipes. That's his 45th reception this year. Wow.
Yeah, he's been solid all year long. 747 total yards and receptions coming into this game. He's been the go-to guy for Bridgewater all year long.
He's had 4 games this year over 100 yards receiving. And he has 43% of the catches for the team, averaging almost 20 yards a catch. So the Fighting Saints are 2 yards short of midfield. 3:43 left to be played in the first, and a scoreless game. 4 wide receivers are set to go out. Burgess with a nice hole. Burgess gets a first down. That's going to be a gain of a dozen for Matthew Burgess.
And Tucker Routh trying to bring him down, but he actually went for a little piggyback ride about 5 yards. So Burgess just runs hard. He's a strong kid.
What a start for the Saints, and they try to huddle up quickly here and get to the line. Burgess with another nice gain, a gain of about 6, and the Tech defense, Joe, they were not set.
They weren't, and give some credit to the offensive line for Carroll College. They are controlling that line of scrimmage right now and pushing the defensive linemen back for Montana Tech. So at the moment, it's advantage Carroll.
Burgess, a 5'11", 195-pound freshman from Junction City, Oregon. Tight end left side. Burgess will try the right side. 35's got a lot of green. 30. Flag is down inside the 20. That could be a hold. I did a game last night. Joe, I did the West Capital quarterfinal playoff game. We had over 20 penalties in the game. The first quarter lasted an hour and 15 minutes. We had so many flags, the officials had to ice their arm at halftime. They were throwing so many.
Those aren't fun games. For the spectators, for the players, for the broadcasters, those are tough.
Josh Herbacher threw for 405 yards, the second most in the 58-year history of West High football. That'll put the Saints back.
And the referee threw for over a couple hundred yards.
Oh, at
just throwing
least.
his flag. Yeah, there we go.
We got quarterfinal playoff games in 6-man, 8-man football, as well as Class A. Central at Hamilton today, a rematch of last year's Class A state championship. Thompson Falls, 725 miles to Fairview.
Yikes.
We do live in a big state. 2nd down and 8, fake the handoff to Major Ali. Bridgewater, and his receiver went down, and that is got to be an interception. Capera comes up with it as the receiver went down in the first turnover of the game.
Sipes on the ground, and number 20 came right up behind him, and Matthew Drake made the pick.
Wow, that was huge.
Big play and a well-designed play offensively for Carroll. I don't know if get another peek, but as you notice, Bridgewater rolling out to that side, had a tackle come out with him. He had time to set up and throw the football. And when your receiver slips, those things will happen.
The first turnover of the game, and Montana Tech will take over. 2:30 left to be played. Here in the first, no score from the 25-yard line, and they keep it on the ground, and Blake Counts goes nowhere.
Counts met right when he got to the line of scrimmage by Nate McGree, the junior out of Butte, Montana, Butte Central High School.
Carroll comes into the game averaging 34 points a game. Tech averaging 26 points a game, and nobody has scored early on here, and the Saints had a golden opportunity on their first possession when they had a chip shot 18-yard field goal and botched snap, unable to get the kickoff. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 here for Montana Tech. Counts again out of flat hit. Counts. He'll gain maybe a couple of yards. And, they had a great running back at Flathead. How about Lex Hilliard?
Yeah, he
played in the National Football League.
Absolutely. He was outstanding at the University of Montana and then in the National Football League. That was Peyton Sexy out there that turned him inside and got a hold of him and pulled him down. They're keeping a pretty close eye on Counts right now. He really hasn't gotten loose yet.
Peyton Sexy gets all his athletic ability from his mom, Sarah. Track star with the Grizz, even though his dad, Doug, did play for the Dallas Cowboys. 3rd down and 8. Pump fake. Campbell will roll to the right side. Pass is complete. And I believe that's going to be short of the 1st down. Yep. And Wooly Steele made the catch.
Steele with the catch, but Nate McGree right there with him. You can see it on the replay. Didn't quite run deep enough on that route on the rollout. And McGree right there to make sure he gets out of bounds.
You got to make sure you know where that 1st down marker is. Don't turn around until you get to it, Joe.
There you go. So they'll pump the football away, and Carroll will get it back again.
So Carroll turns the ball over, an interception, and Montana Tech does not get any points off the turnover. And this is going to be a shank kick. Out of bounds. Nunes barely got the punt off. And with 45 seconds to go in the first, we'll take a timeout.
At Carroll, we're doing everything we can to make college affordable. That's why we award over $24 million in scholarships every year. On average, cutting student tuition in half. Did we mention 99% of students receive scholarships? Sounds like it's time to get your applications in.
It was Christmas Eve when my customer called to let me know that my building was on fire.
No!
My heart sank. It was a total loss.
My first concern was my employees and my clients. We've had this family business for more than 40 years. Payne West moved quickly.
Within 2 weeks, Payne West arranged a payment so Ron could start rebuilding his business.
And I am proud to say that I met every customer commitment that was made prior to the fire.
We experience what you experience. Payne West Insurance.
When he was a high school coach in Havre, he had a young man who walked on with the Grizz and played in the NFL, Mark Mariani.
That's true.
It's going to be 1st down and 10. Saints will get it back, fake the handoff to Burgess, and Bridgewater flushed out of the pocket, eludes the tackle, and Bridgewater, another nifty move, and he gets to the 46-yard line. Are you kidding me, Joe?
Cade Harris had him in the backfield.
Wow.
He had him locked up, and he escaped somehow and got free.
He's like an escaped artist. Watch this.
Yeah, watch it on the Cade Harris has him by the legs, and somehow Bridgewater gets away from him.
Then he scrambled for about 30 yards. That was amazing. And the first quarter is going to come to an end. They might not get this play off. 3 seconds, they will get the play off. And Burgess comes across right tackle, a gain of just a couple. It is a scoreless game from Nelson Stadium on the Montana Chevy Dealers Game of the Week. We'll back with the second right after this.
We are Gen Z, the pivotal generation.
We are what's next.
And we're going to change the world.
Our generation could eradicate tobacco.
Big Tobacco is scared, so now they're trying to pivot too.
Pushing vaping, candy flavors, and sweet cigarillos.
Mike will fall for that.
It's just a new spin on the same old lies.
Newsflash, we're not playing your game.
And you're not taking us for a ride.
Nope.
I'm out.
Hashtag same old spin.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. So stop in today and let us find the right set of Michelin tires for you. If you value longevity, check out the Michelin Defender family, Michelin's longest lasting family of tires on the road. Whether you drive a car, minivan, SUV, or truck, you'll be able to do more for more miles. Come visit our team of experts at Wayland Tire so we can match you with the right tire for the way you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
127 yards of offense for Carroll College in that first quarter. Montana Tech with 47. Third down and short. Third down and 2. Burgess will get the first down as he gets across midfield. You know, it doesn't seem fair, Joe, if Tech drops this game. They have a game with Rocky next week. They lose 3. They lost to the College of Idaho twice.
Yep.
The Frontier Conference is like the SEC of NAIA football. I mean, if I was in charge, you would have the top 4 Frontier Conference teams automatically into the playoffs every year.
Out, yeah, based on the strength of the conference. It's produced some national champions, many of those. Of course, a few of them from Carroll College.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Here comes Major Ali with a big hold inside the 40, and Major Ali down near the 35-yard line, and Rothy may have saved a touchdown.
Yeah, Teddy Croft slowed him up, but Rothy got him at the end. It was a great burst that time from Ali. Picks up 14, 15 yards.
Major Ali with 39 yards on the ground in this game. Montana Tech's going to take a timeout.
Yeah.
14:08 left to be played. Here in the first half, no score from Nelson Stadium. Rocky Erickson alongside Joe McMahon, bringing you all the play-by-play here.
I think for Montana Tech, the coaches said, hey, we got to call a timeout and get organized here. Something's going on here. They saw something they didn't like on that formation in that last play, and they had to call timeout to get it organized and get it back out there.
The game of the week brought to you by the Montana Chevy dealers. Montana Tobacco Quit Line and 1-800-QUIT-NOW. We'd like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima. We're happy to have you enjoying this game this afternoon. First down and 10 for the Saints from the 35-yard line. Bridgewater's got 5 wide receivers set to go on. Quick snap, and Bridgewater airs it out, a timing pattern down near the 10-yard line, and it's not caught. Wow.
We got a flag in the backfield. This may be roughing the passer. We'll have to wait and see what's going on. Yeah, it's a personal foul. It's roughing the passer against Montana Tech. So huge penalty there for the Orediggers defensively. It's going to step it off down, put it down at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 from there for Carroll.
Huge break for the Saints. They've proven this afternoon they've been able to move the football against Tech, but no points on the scoreboard to show for it.
Again, Montana Tech has given up 3 rushing touchdowns this year, so when you get down in that red zone or close to the goal line, it's tough sledding.
Major Ali is back in at running back. Sam will come into motion. Tight into the right side. And here comes Major. Ali finds a hole inside the 15, and on senior day, Major Ali scrambles for 7 yards.
Jacob Clark gets a hand on his feet as he comes by, trips him up and drops him, but got a nice run. We'll see it on the replay here. Watch Clark come through, dive at his legs and get a hand down there, get a hand on his right leg and trip him up, just enough to bring him down.
Offensive line making some holes for Major Ali's second down and short. Second down and 3. Ali hit behind the line. Ali near the 10 and close to another first down. You know, Ali's sophomore season, he went for 161 against Northern, 175 against Montana Western, and a 176-yard game against Eastern Oregon. Now this season, they got Matthew Burgess to help with the rushing load for Major Ali.
And I think it's helped Major. He has not had to be the main guy, the total focus. Burgess can carry the load. He's second in the conference in rushing this year.
Ferris and Sipes split out wide the left side. As Joe mentioned, it's hard to score on the ground against Tech. First and goal, Burgess, left side. And Burgess goes for another penalty flag.
This one may come back. I think Carroll's going to be called for a hold here. We'll wait and see what the official call is, but it might have been the tight end.
It's hard to score, Joe, when you get in that red zone.
It's difficult. You got to come away. Carroll's got to come away with points this time. You can't get in there twice and not come away with anything. Nope, take that. It's a hands to the face on Montana Tech. I stand corrected.
Automatic first down.
Half the distance, puts it at
inside
the 3.5.
the 4.
Yeah.
Wow. Big crowd as expected for this rivalry game. Carroll College and Montana Tech. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. And congratulations to Bruce Parker, the Dennison Award at Rocky this afternoon. And here comes Burgess off the left side, gets near the goal line, stop inside the 2-yard line. Remember, Carroll in that first quarter was stopped inside the 1, and the field goal, the snapper, the holder was unable to handle it. They came up with no points.
That defensive front for Montana Tech, when you get down this close and there's not a lot of room to work, they are tough. Jesse Sims is number 90. He's plugs a big hole down there.
Full house backfield again. Fake the handout to Burgess. Touchdown, Sam Stratton.
Stratton wide open. Great call that time by the coordinator for Carroll. As Bridgewater played that fake perfectly and found Stratton for a 2-yard touchdown pass, and Carroll is on the board. I think Carroll realized they had to mix it up a little bit. Just pounded it against Montana Tech would be tough, but you watch the replay. They had the Tech defense completely fooled. Nobody there. Somebody missed an assignment defensively for Montana Tech.
And Sam Stratton came up big. PAT, Kraft, 21 of 24 on the season. Snap back, the hold is down, and the kick is good, and the Saints out on top, 7-0 against the Diggers of Montana Tech.
What I would say to someone considering Montana Tech is that you're going to love this place. It's just an atmosphere you want to be a part of.
Butte has the most supportive community I've ever seen.
When I went to Montana Tech, it was really when I figured out who I was as a person.
I was the first to graduate in my family. I would have never dreamed I'd have the opportunities that I've had in my life.
My dreams are definitely coming true. This is everything I wanted in a school.
Be the solution. Visit Montana Tech today.
Montana. There's no place else like it. After all, it's why we all choose to live here. The vibe is different here. So when you find that perfect place for your family, we'll find the right home loan just for you. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
It was Christmas Eve when my customer called to let me know that my building was on fire.
My heart sank. It was a total loss.
My first concern was my employees and my clients. We've had this family business for more than 40 years. Payne West moved quickly.
Within 2 weeks, Payne West arranged a payment so Ron could start rebuilding his business.
And I am proud to say that I met every customer commitment that was made prior to the fire.
We experience what you experience. Payne West Insurance.
Capera is back with Willie Steele. The Fighting Saints strike first. They lead 7-0. It could easily be 10-0 Saints. And, well, either the Tech defense has struggled, Joe, or the Carroll either the Tech offense has struggled or the Carroll defense has been outstanding.
A little bit of both. Carroll's playing pretty well right now, but we got a lot of football left to go.
And Willie Steele breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and it gets out across the 25-yard line. And the Tech offense in this game just 47 yards. Carroll, 163 yards. They lead 7-0.
Yep, it's been all Carroll offensively thus far, and I've been impressed with the mixture of plays. A great job by the offensive coordinator, and that is Troy Purcell, the head coach, of calling the plays and mixing it up and keeping Montana Tech on their heels. They're really not sure what to see. They've been getting a heavy dose of Major Ali and Burgess, but they've mixed that up with some quick passes. That last play was ideal for a second and goal from the 2.
Montana Tech with just 1 first down in this game, and Tech will keep it on the ground out across the 35, a gain of about 6 yards on that play is Tyler Folks. He came in with 473 yards on the season.
And 2 penalty flags down. 10 penalty flags down this time, Rocky. It's been busy with the linen.
Folks, a 5'10", 180-pound sophomore out of Washington. He had a 57-yard touchdown last week against Southern Oregon, and that's going to be against Montana Tech, and things are not going well for the Diggers in the first half here at Carroll College.
No, that hands-to-face call on the last Saint possession that pushed the ball deep into the red zone against Montana Tech would really hurt, but this one negated one of their best runs of the game thus far.
So now it's going to be first down and 20 for Tech. Jet Campbell out of the shotgun. Trevor Hoffman will come into motion. Campbell wants to throw, rolls right, and Hoffman makes the catch out to the 25-yard line. Hoffman, 42 catches on the year.
I don't know if we'll get a chance to see it on the replay, but number 45 for Carroll College was getting his jersey stretched. Nate McGree, the offensive lineman, had a hold of him with his left hand. He was stretching that number here. Maybe we'll get to watch it here. Look on the edge here. Watch McGree. He's pulling in with his left hand. He's got a big old handful. McGree's trying to get around there. He just can't get loose. It's
not a penalty.
No, it's not. He didn't throw the flag. That's why.
Exactly. It's going to be second down and 14 for Tech, looking for their second first down of the afternoon. Campbell will run. Campbell is going to go down for no gain at all for Jet Campbell.
Craig Kine was there in on that tackle that time. Nice job, the senior, making that play. But just good rallying to the football by Carroll College, gang tackling. They're just playing aggressively right now.
It's going to be third down and 14. Jet Campbell 2 for 4, 31 yards through the air. 10:40 left to be played. This is quarter number 2. Saints out on top, 7-0. 4 wide receivers are set to go out. They got triplets to the left side. Now Blake Counts will come into motion. Campbell back to throw. Campbell gonna go deep to Hoffman. Makes the catch. Was he in bounds?
Yes,
he was. A big gain for Tech. Just their second first down of the contest. And they're going to have a first down and 10 at the 26-yard line.
You see it on replay. Watch some late pressure coming. You can see the blitzer, number 25, drops out of the coverage. And they took advantage of that. Perfectly thrown ball.
Oh, Hoffman, what a catch.
Great catch over his shoulder.
Nice catch and run. And now the Diggers trying to tie this game up. First down and 10 at the 26-yard line. Campbell. Handoff. Counts goes nowhere. Counts may have even lost a yard. It's going to be second down and long coming up for Montana Tech.
Number 94, Garrett Kokab, on that tackle for Carroll College. And if you watch the line of scrimmage and just focus on that, you're going to see right now Carroll's controlling that defensively as well. Not a lot of running room for either one of the running backs for Montana Tech at the moment.
It's going to be second down and 10. Snap back, here comes Folks to about the 20-yard line to where he stopped, a gain on the play of about 5 yards.
That time, good job by the Montana Tech offensive line and a quick opener on the right side of the center guard run that time. Opened up quickly and Folks was right there to get through that hole.
And now it's going to be 3rd down and 5. And Jed Campbell, he is 4 of 6, 88 yards through the air in the afternoon.
Most of that coming on his last completion.
Campbell out of the shotgun here in 4th down territory, and Folks will run, and Folks gets hit at the line, maybe a gain of a yard. That's going to be about it. 4th down coming up.
And for Carroll College, number 42 right there, Dylan Kresge to make that tackle for Carroll. Stop him, and then he had a lot of help come quickly.
And will they attempt a field goal here? They will. It'll be a 36-yard field goal attempt for Gagnon. 36-yard attempt to put Tech on the scoreboard here. Cody. And the snap is low, taken out of the dirt, and that is going to be wide left.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
That is going to be wide left.
Didn't look good from the start, did it, Rocky? It was a low snap. He was able to get it placed, but they haven't been successful in the field goal department a lot this year. I think just 1 field goal so far this year. Am I correct on that? Yeah. And, yeah, that was not exactly how you drew it up.
You know, the last time these two teams met here in Helena, on October 14th of 2017, Tech's Chris Kelly had a school record with 15 receptions as Tech won 23-10. Carroll out on top, 7-0. 8 minutes, 8 seconds left to be played. Quarter number 2. Senior day, and the seniors have come to play. One of those seniors is Major Ali with the carry, and Major Ali goes for about 4 yards.
Ali's been running hard today. Not that he hasn't throughout the year, but you can see a little extra pep in his step. He realizes this is it here at Nelson Stadium for him. He wants to go out on a high note.
And Carroll College will not huddle up. They'll line up quickly on 2nd down and 7. Tight end to the right side. Stratton's got a touchdown, a 2-yard touchdown reception. Their last offensive drive. Ferris makes a catch at the 30. He's going to get a great mark.
Yeah.
And that's going to be enough for the first down. And Joe Ferris, his 23rd catch on the year.
Well, he went just deep enough past the sticks to get the first down. The ball delivered when he turned and caught it, but he got pushed back. But I think they may have given him an extra yard. You're right, Rocky.
Sipes and Ferris with it up on top. Tony Collins tight end. They're going to keep it on the ground. Burgess gets across the 35-yard line with a gain of 4. And, you know, how about this Carroll College team? First-year head coach Troy Purcell. You know, you don't want to come into a program where the guys, you know, Mike Van Diest has won 6 national championships.
What are you going to do?
And he's a legend. It's like, you know, what do I do here? And what a great job he's done.
Yeah, it's like taking over for Derek Jeter as a shortstop for the Yankees. Now what are you going to do, right?
4 straight losing seasons for Carroll College, 4-6, 4-6, and 5-6. And now here they are with an opportunity to finish this season with a winning record. And Bridgewater in trouble. Bridgewater's going to be sacked back at the 21-yard line. Who got him?
Number 48 right there, Carter Myers, the linebacker, came crashing through. And Bridgewater had time to throw, so that was a coverage sack. Great job by the secondary from Montana Tech in staying with their coverage.
Myers out of Cody, Wyoming, 6.5 sacks on the season. And that's going to be 3rd down and long. It's going to be 3rd down and 20 here. And Carroll College through the air, 5 of 7. 94 yards for Devin Bridgewater. Been picked off once. 3rd down and long. Fake the handoff to Major Ali. Bridgewater rolls right, throws on the run. Sipes turns around. Did he make the catch? No. Sipes in double coverage and turned around at the very last second and almost made what would have been an unbelievable play.
It would have been, and it could have been intercepted as well, too, as Bridgewater kind of threw that into a crowd. But Sipes, yeah, you're right, made a play on the ball, just about had it knocked loose as he was coming down to the ground. Great play defensively by Tech after the ball arrived.
And Carroll College will have to punt it away. Willie Steele is back, and that punt goes over his head and recovered at the 35-yard line. Well, Tech has struggled offensively. They're going to get another opportunity. Saints out on top, 7-0.
Looking to get lost in Montana? Why not do it in comfort and style? D&D RV Center's wholesale out-the-door pricing makes buying an RV easy. Offering a vast variety of new and used RVs for every budget for your full-service RV needs. From initial purchase to repairs to insurance and warranties, visit our store in Helena, Montana or online at ddrvcenter.com or simply give us a call at 406-442-8542. Come to D&D RV Center for a no-hassle RV buying experience.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there are heavy metals, tin and aluminum, lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
Campbell rolls right, throws, and making the catch and breaking a tackle is Hoffman. Hoffman breaks another tackle, and Trevor inside the 30-yard line. What a season this has been for wide receiver Trevor Hoffman. That was a huge play as Campbell rolls out, gets rid of the football at the last second, and breaks one tackle.
Yep, Isaiah King couldn't bring him down.
And Hoffman gets by a couple of more defenders. Wow, great run after the catch for Trevor Hoffman.
Well, he's got 7 touchdowns on the year, over 700 yards coming into this game, and you can see why. He's very talented.
First down and 10, Blake Counts, true freshman, flat hit. Inside the 20, the 15, Counts, 5'11", 225-pound running back.
Picks up 13 yards on that carry, and boy, the momentum has certainly shifted again. Tech taking control of the line of scrimmage right now, giving Jet Campbell time to throw the football, although Kresge just about got him on that last pass as he was coming with pressure, but Tech playing well offensively now.
Tech trying to tie this game up. Here comes Counts, gets inside the 10, Counts down to about the 8-yard line.
Gets to the 8 before one of the DBs makes the tackle, and for Carroll, that was number 27 in on that stop, Parker Stenderson.
Second down and 7, 4:07 left to be played. Saints out on top of Montana Tech, the 17th ranked team in the nation, 7-0. Just inside the 10-yard line. Campbell will run. Campbell, the 5, goes for the pylon. Touchdown. Montana Tech. That, a 7-yard touchdown run. We got a 1-point game.
Nice run that time by Campbell. He is quick. He got to the corner quickly. And attempt the extra point here to tie it up, but just some momentum, a huge momentum shift after that pass to Hoffman. And Carroll unable to slow him down on the next 3 plays.
All important PAT here for Cody to tie this game at 7. Snap back, hold is down, kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, and it can be returned for 2 points. And wide open, bringing it back the other way. Rothy, is he in? He is. Wow. How you like that for a turn of events?
That was amazing. Is that Rothy or Isaiah King? And both wear number 4. I'm not sure. I think it was King. But
I think you're right.
But what a great play. What a turn of events. You're right. I didn't see who got the block. Maybe we can catch it on the replay. Here we go. I think they're going to run that back for us, but what a great play. heads-up play by King to pick that ball up and take off.
Well, you don't see that every day.
No, you don't.
That was exciting. 9-6, Saints lead.
In the Army National Guard, you'll serve part-time to be ready to respond at all times. You'll train to master the skills and equipment used to keep the nation secure and its enemies on the run. You'll learn to be a leader and a member of a team. Become part of a time-honored tradition of vigilance and selfless service. Find your adventure at NationalGuard.com.
Hey, what's up? Wait, you vape? You're usually such a control freak. I'm addicted. I used to smoke and vape. The only thing in control was the nicotine. And you have asthma. Yeah, but mine's just mild. It doesn't matter. It can still trigger an attack. I need to quit. Quitting is the best way to keep your asthma under control. Help in the 406, my friend. It's good. It's getting better.
Carroll College continues to lead with Montana's best graduation rate, generous scholarships, and top acceptance rates to grad schools, med schools, and amazing internships. With personalized attention to every student and an average class size of 14, it's no wonder Carroll has been voted the best college in Montana 8 years running. Campus tour, anyone?
Isaiah King's from Hidden Valley, California, and you could not hide Isaiah there. A block PAT. Isaiah King picks it up, returns it for a 2-point conversion for Carroll College.
And now Carroll gets the ball back.
That is just amazing. 9-6.
And not a field goal kicked. Not yet. They tried, right? Both
and
teams
that
tried.
is deep. That's 2 yards back in the end zone, and Harrison's going to bring it out. And Harrison gets across the 20-yard line. And Carroll College, with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left to be played, has the football. They lead it 9-6. Coming up at halftime, Joe, I got a great story for you. One of the most fascinating stories in Montana State college football history. We got Veterans Day coming up on Monday. I'll tell you about that. 1941 Cat Grizz game.
Were you there?
Not exactly.
Not exactly.
First down and 10. Bridgewater will throw on first down, and Tony Collins said, I want to run first before I make the catch. He was wide open, though.
He was, and the ball hit him right between the numbers. He'd like to have a do-over there in Mulligan, right?
You don't golf with me. I take a lot of mulligans.
He just went back to the huddle, and I saw it on the camera. He went right over to his quarterback and said, hey, that's on me. Meaning, throw it to me again, I'll catch it.
3:33 left to be played in the second. Ferris split it wide to the right side with Harrison on second down and 10 from the 20-yard line. And Major Ali finds a hole. Ali goes for maybe 6.
Good hard running by Major Ali. He's been running hard all day long. He's over 50 yards for the game, 52 prior to that carry. He's up near 60 already, averaging about 60 per game.
Third down and 4. Coming up for the Saints of Carroll College. And Bridgewater 5 of 8, picked off once in the game, 94 yards passing.
He was intercepted, but his receiver fell down on that play, if I remember right.
So it doesn't count.
Well, it does count.
Bridgewater back to throw. Ferris makes a catch. First down, 40. Ferris near the 45-yard line, and Joe Ferris wide open.
Yeah, wide open. I think we have a linebacker on coverage that time, and it was just a mismatch. Kate Harris trying to keep up with him, number 52 out of there, and Ferris just too quick for him. Yeah, it is 52, number 17 trailing that play. A few steps behind that time. Teddy Croft.
It's going to be first down and 10 for Carroll College. Strahan to the right side. He had a 2-yard touchdown reception. 2:26 left to be played until halftime. Low snap. Bridgewater looking right, can air it out. Sipes open, makes the catch at the 30. Sipes into the end zone.
No
that
penalty
covers
flag.
56 yards. The Saints have scored again.
No flags on that play, and give credit to Matthew Burgess. We'll see it on the replay. Great block out of his running back position. Here comes a blitzing linebacker off the right side, and Matthew steps up as a freshman, sticks his nose in there, and keeps him off of his quarterback, giving Bridgewater time to set up and Sipes to clear, and it's 6 more points for Carroll.
Another touchdown for Sipes, his 5th on the season. He came into the game with 43% of his team's completions. And the all-important PAT. We've seen a little bit of everything on PATs, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. And it is 16-6. The Saints are out on top.
So another big momentum shift for Carroll.
Thanks to A1 Rentals for providing the lift for today's game. They offer rental items from construction to do-it-yourself homeowner. And don't forget about their party rentals and retail store at Parties Plus. They can help you with any job, no matter how big or how small. A1 Rentals, serving Helena since 1959. And thank you for not putting Joe and I on that lift, some 150 feet above the ground, Joe.
It's not the fall, it's the landing that gets me every time, especially at my age.
16-6. Saints lead over Montana Tech. Well, in this rivalry game, I mean, anything can happen as Tech comes in, ranked 17th in the nation. Carroll trying to win their 4th game in a row. And the return from about the 18-yard line by Willie Steele. He's brought down at about the 22 with 2:07 left. Montana Tech will have the football, and Carroll College is fired up.
They are. TJ Abraham made that tackle, a redshirt freshman or a redshirt sophomore out of Powell, Wyoming on special teams. Came down and made a huge tackle for Carroll. So let's see what Montana Tech can do to answer. It's been Trevor Hoffman. He's been their offense thus far. Carroll's shut down their running game for the most part, kept them in check, but Hoffman's got at least twice now.
All the scoring in this game have taken place. In the second quarter, we were scoreless at the end of one. It's going to be first down and 10, and right up the middle, it's going to be Blake Counts gets across the 30, and boy, he's still not down.
No, he doesn't want to fall on the whistle. The
Wow.
officials hesitate to blow the whistle because he's still moving forward.
Blake Counts, 5'11", 225-pound true freshman out of Flathead High.
I'd give credit to the tackler, but there was about 5 of them that time from Carroll College.
That was a 7-yard pickup. 99 seconds left to be played. Here in the second, Carroll College out on top, 16-6. Campbell wants to throw on first down. Pass is complete. Capera made the catch. And another first down.
Another first down. They'll move the chain. Slide it up the field as Montana Tech looking to answer that Carroll quick strike here with a score of their own, trying to get into Carroll territory.
Blake Counts will become a wide receiver. Now Counts in motion. First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Campbell wants to throw again. Campbell over the middle. Hoffman was wide open. Went up to try to bring it down. Unable to make the catch.
And Isaiah King said hello after the ball arrived. Got him right in the back. It was a legal hit, but that one hurts.
I mean, how many times do you see a 2-point conversion from the other team, the team playing defense?
It's pretty rare.
Isaiah King can tell his grandkids about that someday.
There you go, on senior day.
66 seconds left to be played here in the first half. Second down and 10. The Diggers from the 40-yard line. Campbell flushed out of the pocket. Campbell, he's going down. Isaiah King got him, but he got the pass off. So instead of third down and 26, it's going to be third down and 10.
Yeah, good job by Campbell getting rid of that ball. He was going down, and he had a receiver coming back, and I think that was Hoffman trying to get back to help him out. He was able to fling the ball in his direction, so intentional grounding not called. Although the Carroll fans would like to see that flag for that call.
1:02 left to be played in the first half. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Tech, and Tech will take a timeout.
This is a big play for them because if they don't get it, Carroll's going to get pretty good field position and about a minute with the football still. So, yeah, they definitely want to pick this up, keep the drive alive, get a little momentum going into the locker room by getting some points back.
7 first downs for Tech, 13 for Carroll College, and Tech just 1 of 5 on 3rd down conversions in this game. The game of the week brought to you by the Montana Chevy dealers. Montana Tobacco Quit Line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW and Wayland Tire. I'd also like to welcome our network affiliates for today's game. SWX in Billings, Bozeman, Butte, Great Falls, Helena, Kalispell, Missoula, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, the Tri-Cities, and Yakima. We're happy to have you along for the call of this huge Frontier Conference game. 3rd down and 10. Diggers. 4 will go out. Campbell's got time. Campbell will run at the 40. Campbell tries to make the corner and get the first down. Campbell fumbles the football out of bounds and about 2 yards short of that first down, and a big defensive play there for Spiroff.
It's going to lead them with leave them with a 4th and about 2 maybe. 4th and 2. You know, Carroll offensively has picked up 246 yards. Tech on the season, giving up just 260, I think, per game.
You know, I announced that first game this year. Carroll played in Dillon. They could have easily won that game as Montana Western came out on top 31-24. They lost at Southern Oregon by 1 point, 28-29. Everybody has lost to the College of Idaho.
Right.
Other than that, they've been unbeaten.
They've played well. Looks like Tech's going to punt this football away, or they're lining up to punt the football.
4th down and short, 4th down and 2.
Wouldn't fake it here, would they?
51 seconds left, I doubt it. And Carroll will bring a rush. They get the punt off, and there will not be a return. And Carroll College will take over with 43 seconds left, and they've had a couple of deep plays.
Yes, they have. Carroll College and Montana Tech, it's always a great football game, and this has been a slugfest. So far, both teams showing a little more offense than I thought we'd see here in the first half. 22 points on the board between the two of them.
Devin Bridgewater, 7 of 11, picked off once, 168 yards. Will the Saints be conservative? Starting from the 18-yard line with just 43 seconds left, out on top, 16-6 here. Bridgewater will come under center. Major Ali will get the carry. And Ali for a gain of about 3 yards. And, Joe, they will be conservative.
Yep, they're just going to wrap 2 arms around that football and try and push ahead and maybe run this clock out here in the second quarter, go to the locker room with a 10-point lead and be happy about it. And on that tackle that time for Montana Tech, number 53 there, Jacob Clark, to make that stop. Looks like they're going to let it run out.
They are not going to take another snap. It's going to be halftime here at Nelson Stadium. Senior Day. The Saints of Carroll College out on top of the 17th ranked team of the nation to the Diggers of Montana Tech. 16-6, our halftime score.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. Performance, pride, and passion, 3 things that define the rich legacy of BF Goodrich Tires and the lasting partnership that we've shared over the years. Like the ever-popular BF Goodrich KO2 tire and all the Advantage TA line of tires, stop in and talk to your local performance experts at Wayland Tire and get set up with the right type of tires from the company that invented performance, BF Goodrich.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
Listen up, parents. Here's what we know.
And what we don't know.
E-cigarette use tripled among teens nationwide in just 1 year.
It's worse here in Montana. Our teens use at even higher rates.
What's in e-cigarettes anyway?
And what happens when our kids get addicted?
No one knows yet. Do you remember when they said that cigarettes were safe?
We don't want our kids to be the next lab rats. E-cigarettes equal big profit for big tobacco.
We have to protect the next generation.
Nelson Stadium on Senior Day. Rocky Erickson alongside Joe McMahon. We anticipated a low-scoring defensive battle. That's what we had in quarter number one. Neither team able to get on the scoreboard, and things changed in that second quarter. But how about these Saints up against his 17th-ranked team in the nation in the Diggers of Montana Tech? And the Saints have looked very, very good here this afternoon.
They have no intimidation. It's Montana Tech, Carroll College football. So at senior night, senior day, they have everything to play for here. They've come out and shown that they're very capable of beating this Montana Tech team.
They have been very impressive as the Saints trying to win their fourth straight game, trying to have their first winning season in 5 years. Taking a look at some numbers, Tech with just 7 first downs. They only had 1 first down in the entire first quarter. Carroll College with 13 first downs. Tech 63 yards on the ground. They've been very successful all season. Carroll College with 78. Total offense, Carroll with 246 and Tech with 196. We had 1 turnover in that first half. Bridgewater threw the pick. But as Joe said, I mean, the receiver did go down.
He did fall, but the interception was picked off. Montana Tech couldn't turn that into points. Carroll College has just played strong throughout. They've rallied when they needed to. They've made some big plays, and they've overcome a couple big plays by Trevor Hoffman.
And we've had a couple of interesting plays on PATs. Well, first, the short field goal. Carroll College on their first drive, a chip shot, 18-yard field goal. The holder unable to get the ball down. And the kick went wide left. And then Tech, Jet Campbell had a 7-yard touchdown run. They set up to go for the PAT. The PAT is blocked. Isaiah King from Hidden Valley, California, picks it up. He goes the other way. So instead of Tech getting 1 point on the kick, Carroll ends up with 2 points, bringing it back the other way.
2 points, and they get the ball back right away. And they come right down, and what do? Score a touchdown. So, it's just a game of momentum back and forth. It's been a great football game. It's a Montana Tech Carroll College game.
You got to give credit as well to the Carroll College defense. They've been outstanding here in the first half. What's going to happen? What are some of the adjustments you think are going to be made in the second half?
Well, I think the Tech coaches right now are in the locker room trying to figure out how to slow down that running game for Carroll, because I think that's what's controlled the game overall for both teams. Carroll's been able to move the football on the ground between the 20-yard line until they get inside that red zone. They've been able to push the ball, which keeps the Tech offense off the field.
Now, the most successful quarter all season long for Carroll College has been the third, and they lead 16-6 here at halftime on Senior Day. Coming up after the break, I got a great story to tell you about Montana State, Montana football.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
It was Christmas Eve when my customer called to let me know that my building was on fire.
My heart sank. It was a total loss.
My first concern was my employees and my clients. We've had this family business for more than 40 years. Payne West moved quickly.
Within 2 weeks, Payne West arranged a payment so Ron could start rebuilding his business.
And I am proud to say that I met every customer commitment that was made prior to the fire.
We experience what you experience. Payne West Insurance.
You know, I'm often asked what the most significant game is in the Cat Grizz series. Well, coming up on Monday, it's Veterans Day. These two teams have played over 115 times. It's the second longest college football series west of the Mississippi. One of the most fascinating games played in the Cat Grizz series was back in 1941, just 43 days before the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and our country would go to war. Now, on the cover of the program that day was not a photo of a player, but a photo of a soldier. Everybody knew that our country was about to go to war. In the first half, Bill Zupan for Montana State would score twice. The Bobcats were looking for their first win in several years over the Montana Grizzlies. But the famed player from Butte, Montana, Iso Naranchi, would lead the Grizzlies to another victory. And the Grizz would win that 1941 Cat Grizz game. Sadly, a year and a half after that game, Iso Naranchi would die in World War II. Shortly after that, Butte High School would rename their football complex Naranchi Stadium. And that's what it's called to this day. Now, sadly, 5 of the 11 young men who started for the Montana Grizzlies in that 1941 game did not make it home from World War II. You're not going to believe this, but 10 of the 11 who started for the Bobcats in that game gave their life in World War II. Only one of the starters survived. There was no Bobcat Grizzly game from 1942 to 45. The game resumed in 46, the Grizzlies would win. But in 1947, the Bobcats would come out on top, stopping a long losing streak to the Montana Grizzlies. Leading the Bobcats to victory in that game in 1947 was Bill Zupan. Bill Zupan, you see, was the only starter for Montana State from that 1941 game that survived World War II. Coming up on Monday, on Veterans Day, make sure you thank a veteran for their service. Halftime here in Helena, the Saints out on top of Montana Tech, 16-6.
At Carroll, we're doing everything we can to make college affordable. That's why we award over $24 million in scholarships every year. On average, cutting student tuition in half. Did we mention 99% of students receive scholarships? Sounds like it's time to get your applications in.
Enjoy the comfort and amenities at the Heritage Inn in Great Falls. Free shuttle rides to and from the airport is just the beginning. With on-site amenities like the Max Casino Sports Bar and Restaurant, beautiful indoor heated pool and jacuzzi, 24-hour front desk, and workout center, you may just find yourself never leaving the hotel during your visit. In addition, our rooms feature larger-sized beds, cable TV, free high-speed internet, and much more. Enjoy your stay at the Heritage Inn.
Whether you live in town, out on the farm, or a cozy cabin nestled in the woods, wherever you call home or choose to locate your business, Woodpecker Technologies has great options for your high-speed internet. Based in Montana, we provide quality service to communities and businesses throughout the state. For high-speed internet anywhere, call Woodpecker Technologies at 406-461-1941 or visit us online at woodpeckertech.com.
Halftime here at Carroll College. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. Joe, when I went to high school many, many decades ago, we were, I would consider, a basketball state.
Okay.
The success that Carroll College has had, the Grizzlies and the Bobcats, I would have to say now we're more of a football state than we are a basketball state.
Yeah, the success not only in the Frontier Conference, which we see today on display in front of us, and there's other teams that are very good in the conference as well, but you're right, the Big Sky, I mean, the Grizzlies, the Bobcats, they're in the playoffs year in and year out, or they seem to be, and it's just amazing. In Montana, you have, living in the Helena area, I have most of my life, look what's all around you. There's football everywhere and good football.
Helena Capital football started in 1973. They've only had 6 losing seasons since they started. I did the Capital West quarterfinal game last night. West High quarterback Josh Erbacher was phenomenal, 16 of 19, 405 yards, 4 touchdowns in the game. That sets up a great semifinal next Friday from guess where? Naranchi Stadium in Butte. Butte, the only unbeaten team in AA football against West High. I'm going to get in trouble when I say this, Joe.
Uh-oh.
But we're going to go out on a limb here. That's going to be the state championship a week before the state championship, because I really feel West and Butte are the top 2 teams. Butte led by Tommy Malott, a great quarterback. West High's got a lot of weapons. The other semi, Bozeman against Missoula Sentinel. You got Sentinel, Bozeman, and West High with just 1 loss. Butte undefeated, no question. The top 4 teams made it to the Final Four in AA football.
Yeah, I think when you look around the AA standings in the league this year and follow the league at all, you'd have to agree with that. Those 4 teams have been week in and week out just performing very highly. And hats off to all of them, especially Missoula Sentinel. That program has turned around over the past 5 years and really produced a winning football team this year. And they've got some pretty good players there that are going to go on and play on Saturdays next year.
Class A quarterfinals today, a rematch of last year's Class A state championship. Billings Central and Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hamilton's got a great quarterback. Central down a bit this year. Think Hamilton's going to come out on top there. Miles City, great team. Miles City's a passing team, and their former Hall of Fame coach, Ed Roloff, would not believe. You know, he was the smash mouth football guy, the run the ball, and now they got 3 outstanding wide receivers. For Frenchtown, only 502 miles to Miles City today.
Well, that's a short trip in Montana, right?
That's true.
That's right.
That's true. You say short trip. Well, let me tell you the story. Baker, in round 1 of the playoffs, went 668 miles to play Eureka. Now, 668 miles, that's a long trip. But Thompson Falls this week, 724 miles to play in Fairview. I'm not sure if they left on Monday or Tuesday, Joe.
I don't know either. They stopped halfway and got an oil change. I know that.
724 miles in our state. Fairview, the best team in 8-man football. They are 9-0 on the season. And the co-op of Superior Elberton, 10-0 on the season. I love 6-man football. Now, 6-man football, 15 yards for a first down. You kick a field goal, it's worth 4 points, not 3. If you kick a PAT, it's worth 2 points. If you run it in, it's worth 1.
I could never do one of those
Everybody
games.
is eligible to catch a pass.
No way.
Now, Jordan played in the state championship a year ago. They hosted their first ever home playoff game last weekend. Jordan will play Bridger today. Big Sandy will play Roy Winifred. If both of those teams win, they'll meet in the semis. Jordan's only loss all year came against Big Sandy in round 1. Hot Springs is undefeated this season. They'll play my favorite co-op of all, the Mondack Thunder. That's Grenora, North Dakota, Westby, Montana. They form a co-op. They're called the Mondack Thunder. You got to love that.
Cross-state co-op. There you go.
And then let's go to Class B football. Fairfield has won 21 straight games. They're 9-0. They're home against Florence. Eureka's won back-to-back state championships in 2017, 2018. They're going to play Columbus. Red Lodge, Malta. Red Lodge has never won a state football championship. Malta's only lost to Fairfield. You have to love Montana high school football.
I'll tell you what, there's great football happening all over the state, and then you see a lot of those players go on to play in Frontier Conference and Big Sky Conference. They'll find them. If they're good enough, those college coaches find them.
I announce the Shrine football game every year, Joe, and nobody does a better job than Coach Morrell at Montana Tech. 47 players on his roster are in-state players from Montana.
You got to tip your hat to him. Montana Tech, always year in and year out since Coach Morrell, and even before, obviously, had a great program. But they recruit from in-state. They get a lot of in-state kids, and they find those kids out there in those small towns that are just diamonds in the rough, and they bring them in and they perform game in and game out for them.
Now, I'm not sure why this is the case, but all 5 state high school football championship games are on the same weekend as Cat Grizz. There's a possibility that Bozeman could host the AA championship on Friday. Yes. Then Saturday they'll host the Cat Grizz game.
Wouldn't that be something? Be quite a weekend in Bozeman, right?
16-6,
yep.
Carroll leads at half. We're coming up with quarter number 3 right after this.
At First Security Bank, we believe that the banking experience should be both simple and efficient. We've invested our resources to provide our customers with the highest quality services and optimal banking tools. When you bank with First Security Bank, you're not only getting the most personalized banking experience in Helena, you're working with a bank dedicated to helping Helena thrive. Visit us in person or online. First Security Bank, locally owned, community strong.
Whether you're a Bobcat fan,
or whether you're a Grizz fan,
or whether you're a Bengal,
or whether you're a Bruin,
whether you're a Saint, or whoever you root for,
one thing we all agree on:
Bleacher Sports Pub is the place.
You were asking about
this uniform symbolizes living up to a higher standard. To the Army National Guard soldier, earning it represents a commitment to a nearly 4th-century tradition of vigilance. To don this uniform in the Army National Guard is to be a guardian of freedom and the American way of life. Join us in a timeless tradition of selfless service at NationalGuard.com.
16-6, Saints lead at the break. An interesting first half, to say the least.
Yeah, interesting is a way to describe it. It's been entertaining, that's for sure. But you can see there was a missed face match there at Carroll College on that play. But Carroll defensively has been tough, and they've been all over number 7 for Blake Counts for Montana Tech.
And the passing game has been effective as Sipes makes a catch there. Devin Bridgewater.
This is the touchdown.
Richard, freshman quarterback. Sipes makes a catch inside the 20 and just walks into that end zone. You got to love that. Go around the pylon and just hand the football off. And Trevor Hoffman has been outstanding as he breaks a couple of tackles on that reception. And you and I talked about, the rushing game was going to be so important, but it's been the passing game that has made the difference in the first 2 quarters of this college football game.
Well, big game through the air for both teams. A couple of big plays, I should say. But Carroll does have over 100 yards on the ground thus far, 103 between those 2 running backs. And Major at least leading the way. He's got 63 yards. Carroll, as we mentioned, has only given the ball to Matthew Burgess 10 times in that first half. So I kind of look that he may carry the ball a little bit more here in the second half.
Bridgewater 7 of 11, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So, Tech, what kind of adjustment do you think are going to happen here?
Well, we're going to find out because they're going to get the ball first here as Carroll had it to open the game. So we'll find out right away what kind of adjustments. I mean, this game is adjustments. It's coaching at the locker room at halftime. I mean, everybody's trying to outguess the other side and figure out what they're going to do and try and counter that before it happens. So it's fun. It's Frontier Conference football. And Coach Purcell has got this team ready to play. I mean, Carroll College is not intimidated by Montana Tech.
Carroll College will wrap up the season at Eastern Oregon. Montana Tech will be at home up against Rocky Mountain College. And Tech will take it on their first offensive possession of the second half. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon from Nelson Stadium on senior day. First down and 10 Diggers from the 25-yard line as the third quarter of this rivalry game will get underway.
Let's see what defensive coordinator Patrick Haynes for Carroll has in mind here in the second half. Stick with what got him here. We're going to see some adjustments. They didn't bring a lot of pressure when they did. Tech was able to burn them.
Folks trying to make the corner across the right side, and on first down, he gets a first down. A gain of a dozen for Tyler Folks.
So trying to get to the corner, that is kind of a new look for Carroll out on that tackle, number 45, Nate McGree, but they've been trying to pound the ball between the tackles. We'll see it on the replay as he gets to the outside. McGree trying to get there. He's being held again. No call there, and Spiroff came over and made the tackle.
Well, nice way to start for Montana Tech in the second half here. Just underway, 10-point lead for Carroll College. They split the last couple of years. Just 3 down linemen for Carroll. Quick pass by Campbell. Collins makes a catch, breaks a tackle, gets out to about the 50-yard line. That's Taggart, rather. Taggart with a catch, just his third catch all year. And the Diggers are at midfield.
So good adjustments offensively. They found a couple seams on the right side. They're attacking that right side of the defense. And number 39 for Carroll College makes the stop, Craig Kine.
How about that 2-point PAT that went the other way? How important is that going to be in a broken play as Campbell will throw it away?
Campbell launched that one into the Tech sidelines. But yeah, definitely it could come up big. Just a 10-point difference here, though. So as strange as the scoring has been, Tech still 2 scores within reach of Carroll.
Second down and 10. Tech with 8 first downs in the game, 13 for the Saints. The Diggers are going to work right at midfield.
Shifting people around, got 2 receivers on either side. Carroll looks like they're going to rush 4 here.
Campbell's going to roll left. Campbell's going to dump it out.
Well set up.
Folks makes the catch. Folks. And he picks up about 8 yards on that play before he's finally brought down by Spiroff.
Great open field tackle by Zach Spiroff, who came up out of that defensive secondary. Watch this on the return. I mean, if he doesn't get him, Folks is still running down the sidelines. Spiroff, as we mentioned, just a freshman out of Helena High School, true freshman. And he'll come up and make the stop. Here he comes, knocks him down.
Tech trying to make a statement here and score on their opening drive of the second half.
3rd and short.
They're down by 10. Line of scrimmage is the 41-yard line. Folks, to get the first down, hit behind the line, and Folks is driven down and in on the tackle. Bowen.
Great job that time defensively for Carroll. Bowen in there. He had a little bit of help, but he made a great play on the ball. It's 4th and 1, and Tech's leaving their offense on the field.
How big is this play?
Huge.
I mean, you come out of the locker room, you make your adjustments, and they brought in Blake Counts, the 225-pound true freshman, on 4th down and 1 for Tech. Counts gets tripped up, and he still may have got the first down.
I don't know.
He didn't get a good
knee.
mark. They say his knee went down at the 41-yard line. That's not going to be enough for the first down, and Carroll will take over. Did he get tripped up by his own player?
I'm not sure. We'll see it on the replay here. The official, indicating his right knee touched down before he rolled forward. We'll see.
He did. Tripped up on his own
player. He got
player.
tripped up by one of his offensive linemen, and he went down. And once that knee's down, you're down. So the officials appears as though they got it right on that replay.
And Tech now 5 of 11 on 4th down plays this season. First down at 10, Carroll. Their first offensive possession here in quarter number 3. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon. And they're going to send Ferris out wide left. Tight end to the left side.
251 yards in the first half, so offensively produced in the first half.
Bridgewater, they're going to go deep to Ferris, overthrew him, and Tech
coverage.
defender Drake got a hand on it.
Yeah.
How about that? Carroll College, 10-point lead, first play going for it all.
And that's what they did on the first play of the game, if you remember
Exactly, right.
They went right down the field, and this time defensively it was much better coverage by Matthew Drake, the junior out of Oxnard, California.
Second down and 10 for Carroll. 12.5 left to be played. Tech trying to get into the postseason playoffs. They lose this game, it's going to be very difficult for them to get in. Here comes Major Ali, gets hit at the line, and Carroll just trying to have their first winning season in 5 years. Short gain of a couple for Major Ali. Just one game this year over 100 yards, 107 yards against Montana Western, and he had several over 100 yards the 2 years before that.
If defensive tackle Arthur Flynn makes the stop for Montana Tech on that play.
Third down and 8 for Carroll.
Well, this is critical. Montana Tech wants to get Carroll off the field right now and get the ball right back to their offense, who showed some signs of life there, removed the football pretty well.
Sipes in motion. Bridgewater 7 of 11, picked off once, 168 yards in that first half. Bridgewater throws to Burgess in cover. The ball is deflected, incomplete. Double coverage, and boy, if Burgess would have made that catch, wow.
Yeah, that was a risky throw that time from Devin Bridgewater. He's lucky that Carroll still has possession of that. Purcell's telling him right now, he said, look, throw that ball away. Be careful, you can't throw that ball in a double coverage. You turn it over right there, and that will shift the momentum quickly.
Quebec will punt, averaging 38 yards a punt. 11:42 left to be played here in the first half. Quebec gets the punt off, spiral kick, aiming for the corner, and it goes out of bounds. See where they mark it, between the 10 and the 15-yard line. We're going to take a break. Saints out on top by 10.
Timeout on the field. Media timeout.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
We are Gen Z, the pivotal generation.
We are what's next.
And we're going to change the world.
Our generation could eradicate tobacco.
Big Tobacco is scared, so now they're trying to pivot too.
Pushing vaping, candy flavors, and sweet cigarillos.
Like we'll fall for that.
It's just a new spin on the same old lies.
Newsflash, we're not playing your game.
And you're not taking us for a ride.
Nope.
I'm out.
Hashtag same old spin.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. Performance, pride, and passion. Three things that define the rich legacy of BF Goodrich Tires and the lasting partnership that we've shared over the years. Like the ever-popular BF Goodrich KO2 tire and all the Advantage TA line of tires, stop in and talk to your local performance experts at Wayland Tire and get set up with the right type of tires from the company that invented performance, BF Goodrich.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Well, nobody scored in the first quarter, and nobody scored here in the second half. Folks find some room across the right side, gets across the 20-yard line for a nice gain on first down for Tech.
Yeah, Rex Irby came up to make that tackle out of the secondary for Carroll, but a really nice run. Folks are starting to get a little room here. We didn't see that in the first half so much. He had a couple of runs, but they kept him contained. But that offensive line from Montana Tech starting to win a few of those battles on the front.
It's going to be second down and 4 from the 21-yard line. Jed Campbell's going to fake the handoff to Blake's going to roll right. He's got a lot of green in front of him, the 20, the 25, and Campbell's going to get a first down with his feet.
And it was his tight end out there that made that play, because number 47, Nate Sanders, was holding Nate Sanders holding that block out there on the edge, which allowed Campbell to turn that ball upfield and pick up that first down.
First down and 10 Tech. 10 minutes and 48 seconds left to be played in quarter number 3. Senior day here at Carroll College. Both these teams with just one game left in the regular season, and Tech hoping and praying for postseason. Campbell's going to air it out deep, and he overthrew his intended receiver, Trevor Hoffman, and Hoffman had double coverage back there. Isaiah King was like, "You're not going to catch this football."
Nope. Brian Fauntleroy was there with him, and we mentioned adjustments at halftime. I think you just saw one. They said, "Okay, when he goes, we have to send some help with King because he's been beaten twice." Hoffman's a really good receiver.
It's going to be second down and 10. And the defenses on both teams have been spectacular. Sipes is going to go over and pick up Trevor Hoffman on second and 10. Tight end to the right side. Dump it out short. Catch is made. A gain of only about 5 yards.
Yeah, Kresge right
on
there.
That catch.
Or McGree on that tackle, but yeah, just a short out route, hoping to break loose and get some yards after the catch. But McGree said nope. He's right there on top of the receiver, who had to kind of drop to a knee to make the catch.
Third down and 5 coming up.
Big play
for
here.
Tech.
Both teams.
Campbell 8 of 13 through the air. He's not been picked off. 155 yards. Remember, Tech comes into the game averaging just 160 yards passing a contest. Third down and 5. They've only been 1 of 7 on third down conversions, and they're going to take a timeout here with 9:54 left to be played in the third. 16-6, the Saints are out on top. Only once all afternoon, Joe, have the Diggers completed on third down. But let's give credit to that Carroll defense.
Carroll defense has been there. In fact, the last possession was a fourth down they couldn't convert on. They had a fourth and short from midfield, if you remember right, and couldn't get it through. So Carroll defensively has come up and made some big stops. It's been just a great football game to watch. There's some adjustments back and forth, and definitely some made at halftime, as we talked. I mean, Carroll defensively has tightened up the coverage on Hoffman. They're not going to let him beat him again deep. And for Montana Tech, they're running the football, and they're finding some openings on the edge, and they're usually between the tackles where they like to go. But right now, they're trying to turn the corner, especially on the right side.
Big play here, both teams. Jed Fike with a little scooter.
Yeah.
He went out and in the huddle. Boy, he had a couple of great seasons. Injured in week number 4. He's had 14 games where he rushed over 100 yards. Campbell will roll right. He'll throw on the run, making the catch just across the 50-yard line. What a play on third and long. Hutchinson out of Helena Capital. No, that's Hunthausen.
Hunthausen out of Helena Capital. He made the catch in front of a Bengal, Zach Spiroff. And Spiroff had pretty good coverage. He was there with him, but a great throw. A nice throw on the run by Campbell. Give Campbell credit. He put that ball on the money on the run.
That was a huge first down.
Yes, it was.
For Montana Tech, they're just across midfield now. Campbell just stays in the pocket, quickly unloads it, and the pass is caught to Taggart. A gain of about 5. How important is this drive here, Joe?
This is critical for Montana Tech to get back within a score and move the football down the field quickly here and keep their defense on the sideline, let them rest a little bit. Spiroff made another tackle, but they're really going after the freshman.
It's going to be second down and 5 from the 42-yard line. And on the handoff, and Counts breaks a tackle, and then Counts takes it to the right side. He's going to get the first down.
Yeah, there was a couple of Saint linebackers that had him in the backfield and had him stop for a little or no game. He spun out of that and got enough yardage, got 3 yards, 4 yards, picked up that first down. Nice play.
At Flathead High just a year ago, he rushed for 2,588 yards. He averaged 200 yards a game. He averaged over 7 yards a carry. First down, it's going to be first down and 10, 37-yard line for Tech. Campbell in the pump fake, and to Campbell, he'll throw it out. Pass is caught by Hoffman. Gain of about 5.
Yeah, and credit to Hoffman that time. He saw his quarterback in trouble, and I don't know if you noticed, but he came back off the route and came back up the sideline to help him out. And his buddy at quarterback there knew he would be in the area. He looked over there and flicked the ball, picked up some yards, some positive yards out of something that wasn't looking good for Tech.
Tech down 10, second down and 4. They worked from the 31. They've only lost to one team this year, the College of Idaho, and they lost twice. Counts gets the call. Nowhere to go on the right side. And Sexy will bring him down. Peyton Sexy, and he's second effort. It's going to get in that first down.
And right now what I'm noticing is the offensive line, defensive line battle. It's more going to Montana Tech. They're starting to gain control of that line. In the first half, Carroll defensively was really in control of the line of scrimmage. But right now it's starting to shift, and you see that yards after initial contact. They're pushing ahead that time an extra 2 yards.
And does Carroll only have 10 players on the field right here? And here comes Blake Counts to the right side. Counts gets some contact, and a great run after the initial hit on the last 2 carries for the big back, Blake Counts.
Yeah, just a true freshman, as you mentioned, Rocky. He's got a bright future here in the Frontier Conference. He and Matthew Burgess, I'm sure, will be battling it out for top of the conference rushers in the next 3 years, both true freshmen.
7.5 left to be played of this key Frontier Conference game. 16-6. Carroll out on top. Tech, second down and 6. They're going to work from the 21-yard line. Jed Campbell with a long count, play action. Campbell trying to run. Campbell hit from behind, and Campbell is going down.
Rex Irby. Number 34 came charging off the end and made that tackle, got him in the backfield, dropped him for a loss.
And now it's back to 3rd down and 10 for Tech.
And they've, in the past, thrown the football on 3rd and 4th and long. That's what they're planning to do, which is pretty common, but they'll be looking for Hoffman or over here on the left-hand side.
Campbell 12 of 18. On 3rd and 10. Folks will come in motion. Folks is wide open.
Got him.
Campbell going to go to the end zone. Catch is made inside the 3-yard line. Capera makes the catch.
Yep, Capera on the break, wide open. The ball delivered a little late, but Capera was patient, went up, got the ball at the high peak. We'll see it on the replay here. He's looking for Hoffman. He sees Capera break deep. He throws it over the top. He's got 5 yards on the defender, who is quite a few yards. He was 5 yards behind him, number 27 for Carroll. That's Parker Stennerson.
First and goal at the 4-yard line. Give it to Blake Counts. Counts hit at the line, rolls off a tackle, and Blake Counts gets to about the 1-yard line for the Ortigers.
Offensive lineman Hunter Sparks trying to push him from behind to push him into the end zone, help him get an extra half yard there.
It is going to be 2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line.
Great football game.
Campbell out of the shotgun. Blake Counts again. He'll try the left side. Hit behind the line and driven down. He's going to lose a half a yard. 3rd down coming up here.
Yeah, that was Matt Keck again, the senior out of Renton, Washington, came firing through from the secondary area. Slid through, made the tackle in the backfield, and you just don't want number 7 to get ahead of steam because he'll run right over the top of you.
It's going to be 3rd down and 2. Campbell out of the shotgun. Campbell Counts. Can Counts get in? Counts dives.
Nope.
He's going to be short, and now it's 4th down. Blake Counts could not get in. Came off right tackle. They're inside the 1 on 4th down. Tech down by 10. What do you do here?
Kyle Sampson trying to get the ball to the outside and try to get Counts to the corner. And just Carroll did a great job of being out there and containing him and forcing him back inside where there's some help, knock him down. They're going to go for it.
How big is this? Full house backfield.
Out of the Wildcat.
4th down, less than a yard. Blake Counts, direct snap, comes off the left side. He's in. 1-yard touchdown run for Blake Counts. Blake Counts finds the end zone, his 8th touchdown of the season.
So kudos to the Tech coaching staff. They have confidence in that offensive line, thinking we got to put this ball in the end zone to get our points when we're within a yard of 6. We can't settle for 3, and they did it.
1-yard run for Blake Counts. You got to watch these PATs. They've been rather interesting today. Cody Gagnon is back to kick. Had his first one blocked, snap back, kick is up, line drive. He got that one. We got a 3-point game. Saints out on top, 16-13.
And good. Your score, Carroll 16, Montana Tech 13.
Carroll College continues to lead with Montana's best graduation rate, generous scholarships, and top acceptance rates to grad schools, med schools, and amazing internships. With personalized attention to every student and an average class size of 14, it's no wonder Carroll has been voted the best college in Montana 8 years running. Campus tour, anyone?
Montana. There's no place else like it. After all, it's why we all choose to live here. The vibe is different here. So when you find that perfect place for your family, we'll find the right home loan just for you. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
It was Christmas Eve when my customer called to let me know that my building was on fire.
My heart sank. It was a total loss.
My first concern was my employees and my clients. We've had this family business for more than 40 years. Payne West moved quickly.
Within 2 weeks, Payne West arranged a payment so Ron could start rebuilding his business.
And I am proud to say that I met every customer commitment that was made prior to the fire.
We experience what you experience. Payne West Insurance.
We've got a 3-point game at Nelson Stadium. 16-13. Saints out on top. They're getting the ball back. What a game, as expected.
Yep, 3-point game. You got a little over a quarter left to play. It's going to go down to the end. It's going to be fun.
Cody on the kickoff. It is deep. And that'll be into the end zone. First down and 10, 25-yard line for the Saints of Carroll College. A lot of football left. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to be played in the third. Saints at Eastern Oregon next weekend. Tech will be home against Rocky to finish off their season. First down and 10 Saints for the 25-yard line.
They've got Burgess in the backfield right now with Bridgewater, so 2 freshmen. Bright futures for both of those kids in the next few years here at Carroll.
Ferris comes in motion. Bridgewater looking left. Ferris wide open, can't make the catch. Throwing too far on the outside. It's going to be second down and 10 for Carroll. You don't want to go 3 and out here with that momentum with Tech right now.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Ferris was open. Just a poor throw by Bridgewater that time. Carroll's got to reestablish that run game. That really was what kept their offense on the field the first half. They could, on first and second down, pick up significant chunks of yardage and keep Tech on their heels, not knowing what they're going to do.
Collins will come into motion, tight end left side on second down and 10. Burgess gets a call, hit immediately, no gain, and now third down and 10 for Carroll.
Yeah, number 35, Ike Schweikert's the redshirt senior linebacker out of Coram, Montana, made that tackle for Montana Tech. He was in the backfield in a hurry.
Bridgewater, 7 of 13, picked off once, 168 yards. Now Tech with 323 yards in the game. Carroll with 253. Carroll only has 7 yards of offense in the second half of this college football game.
That defense for Tech is stiffened up.
Third down and 10, Bridgewater.
Oh, man.
And the pocket collapses. Bridgewater back at the 5. Bridgewater airs it out. Collins, it's going to be intercepted. Montana Tech has the football, the second turnover. Teddy Croft, his second pick of the season.
And that one was ill-advised. We'll see it on the replay. But Bridgewater feeling some pressure and kind of panicked and fired that football to his receiver coming back. But the defensive backs were coming with him. He'd been better off. You can see it here on the replay. He's got somebody breathing right down his neck. He spins away from that, steps up, and throws a ball that he probably shouldn't have in that direction. You got to throw that ball away.
Montana Tech only down 3. And not bad field position. They'll start on the Saints' 29-yard line with 3:23 left to be played in quarter number 3.
And they have owned the third quarter thus far.
Campbell. He'll throw on first down. Why not go for it all? Hoffman makes a catch at the 5-yard line, and Isaiah King saved a touchdown.
Yeah, Hoffman's had King's number all day long, and Campbell's been finding him, and that time a perfect throw. Single coverage, King, or Hoffman had a few steps on King as he broke to the outside, and Campbell delivered the ball in stride.
Trevor Hoffman with 45 receptions on the year. And now,
and climbing.
Tech, chance to take their first lead of this football game if they can score here. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Campbell's going to roll right. Hoffman's open. Pass is caught. And that is 6 points and a touchdown for Tech. Is it a touchdown?
I haven't seen the officials.
Nobody has raised their hands up yet.
Yep,
now they do. Little late, but it still counts.
So I think they were trying to determine whether or not he had his foot down and made that catch and had control as he went out of bounds. And I'm sure they'll send it up to us for a replay review, and then we'll make the final call. Is that how it works?
Why not?
Yeah.
Jed Campbell to Hoffman. And Tech has scored twice, and another turnover against Carroll College. And Cody on the PAT, snap back, hold is down, it's blocked again.
Yep.
Wow, that is unbelievable. 19-16, 3-point lead, but this time it's onto the Tech out on top by 3.
In the 1950s, people thought cigarettes were harmless. Today, it's e-cigarettes. Vaping is highly addictive. Plus, there are heavy metals, tin and aluminum, lead, formaldehyde, acetone, carcinogens, and toxic chemicals in the vapor. E-cigarettes are not regulated. Corporate tobacco hasn't changed their game, just their technology. If you want to quit, call the Quit line for free help and FDA-approved medications.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. So stop in today and let us find the right set of Michelin tires for you. If you value longevity, check out the Michelin Defender family, Michelin's longest lasting family of tires on the road. Whether you drive a car, minivan, SUV, or truck, you'll be able to do more for more miles. Come visit our team of experts at Wayland Tire so we can match you with the right tire for the way you drive.
Wayland Tire, we know tires.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow.
I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
You know, Joe, one of the most exciting plays we've seen all afternoon has been the PAT.
It has. It's been an adventure for both teams, and Montana Tech is struggling. When you have two, we mentioned at the break, if you have 2 extra point attempts blocked in the same game, that's a really bad day for the special teams coordinator.
19-16, the Diggers of Montana Tech, the 17th ranked team in the nation, have their first lead in this football game, and that kick will go through the end zone. Carroll College first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Tech defense has held the Saints to 7 yards in total offense here in the second half.
Amazing. They have just shut down Carroll offensively. So let's see what Coach Purcell and the Saint coaching staff can do to counter the adjustments that Montana Tech obviously made at halftime.
First down and 10. And Devin Bridgewater is out of the shotgun. Harrison will come into motion. Folks gets the call. No, that is not going to be Folks, and that's Burgess. Burgess with the carry. No rush here for Carroll, only down 3, Joe, but they've got to establish some type of offense.
They've had
in the second half.
No offensive rhythm in the third quarter. Credit the Tech defense for that, but you're right. They've got to get something going here. Jacob Clark made that stop again. He's been in on a bunch of tackles for Montana Tech.
Second down and 8, line of scrimmage, the 27-yard line. Burgess stays in the backfield. Bridgewater wants to throw on second down. Wide open. Sipes near midfield makes the catch, and somebody forgot all about Mr. Sipes.
Yeah, and kudos to Bridgewater for standing in the pocket and throwing that football in stride and hitting Sipes. The last pass he threw was an interception. This time he stands in it with confidence.
And a quick snap. Burgess goes for about 3 yards. It's going to be second down and 7. This is a rivalry game, and
yeah, they don't like each other.
Wow, there's stuff going on right there following that play. Under 2 minutes left to be played in quarter number 3 on the SWX Game of the Week, sponsored by the Montana Chevy dealers. Rocky Erickson with Joe McMahon.
Teddy Croft made that tackle. Carroll College looking to get this ball and get the move downfield. There's Major Ali.
Major Ali, first down and then some. Major Ali gets inside the 40-yard line. For the first time this afternoon, the Saints find themselves behind. And we have a Tech player hurt, and that's Rothi, and he has been outstanding this afternoon.
He has been in on a bunch of tackles. Be tough to lose him.
Troy Purcell, first-year head coach. He was in Havre. He went 40-13 in Bozeman. He was in Bozeman for 10 years, won 3 state championships in 2010, 2013, and 2015. And the team that Bozeman had under Coach Purcell in 2013 was one of the very best AA teams I've ever seen. And remember, I'm old, and I've been around for a while.
Well, yeah, you were at the 41 Bobcat Grizzlies.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
I mean, the Hawks that year averaged 50 points a game. They gave up 14. Tight end was Will Disley. He played at Washington, and he played a couple of years in the National Football League. First down and 10 for Carroll College from the 39-yard line of Tech. 92 seconds left to be played. Here in the third, Diggers out on top by 3, 19-16. And Sipes will come into motion. Major Ali is back. And back to throw, and they're going to go to Sipes.
Flag.
Incomplete, and that is going to be pass interference. Matthew Drake kind of ran into the back of Sipes.
Yeah, if we can get it on the replay, we could see it. He was face guard name right when his hands in front of his face as he went down the sideline on the left-hand side. You can't do that.
That's going to be a big, big break for the Fighting Saints.
But it's not a spot.
Carroll College.
Not a spot foul like the NFL. This will come from the line of scrimmage. They'll move it ahead. It'll be first and 10 for Carroll. They're Tech 24.
Total yards in the game, Carroll College 253. Tech 352. First down and 10. Carroll trying to take the lead back. They're going to send 3 wide receivers right side. Line of scrimmage is the 24-yard line. Burgess is back, and Burgess gets the call, and Burgess goes nowhere. He's going to lose a couple.
Montana Tech, great job defensively that time. Zach Trumbull in the backfield, waiting for that handoff. Just about got it himself.
6 national championships for the Saints, 4 in a row from 02 to 05. They won in 07. They won in 2010. Last time I was here, Mike Van Diest and Bruce Parker went into the Carroll College Hall of Fame. 20 seasons at Carroll. Coach Van Diest's teams, they only averaged 10 wins a season. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be second down and 13. Bridgewater looking right. Bridgewater's got Ferris. He finds Ferris at the 15-yard line, and Ferris is wrestled down, short of the first down. Third down coming up for Carroll.
Justin May in on that stop, but nice throw that time by Bridgewater. He and Ferris on the same page on that route, delivered the ball before he came out of his break, turned to make the catch.
Saints are 3 of 8 on third down conversions. They might not get a playoff. Third quarter is going to come to an end. Tech out on top of Carroll College, 19-16 after 3. We head to quarter number 4.
At Carroll, we're doing everything we can to make college affordable. That's why we award over $24 million in scholarships every year. On average, cutting student tuition in half. Did we mention 99% of students receive scholarships? Sounds like it's time to get your applications in.
Montana. There's no place else like it. After all, it's why we all choose to live here. The vibe is different here. So when you find that perfect place for your family, we'll find the right home loan just for you. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
It was Christmas Eve when my customer called to let me know that my building was on fire.
My heart sank. It was a total loss.
My first concern was my employees and my clients. We've had this family business for more than 40 years. Payne West moved quickly.
Within 2 weeks, Payne West arranged a payment so Ron could start rebuilding his business.
And I am proud to say that I met every customer commitment that was made prior to the fire.
We experience what you experience. Payne West Insurance.
Noel Cicero leading the cheers.
As he does every home game, that guy.
From Billings West.
You know,
Noel Cicero, I used to tell people that he was the owner of the Billings West High Golden Bears football program. After 3 quarters of play, 253 yards for Carroll College. Montana Tech with 252, 15 first downs for Tech, 13 first downs for Carroll College. Senior game here at Carroll. Tech has their first lead, 19-16, as we head into the fourth quarter of this football game. And Joe, these two teams are very, very evenly matched, I'll tell you what.
They certainly are, and they're both highly competitive, well-coached football teams. Have great backing from their hometown and from fans throughout Montana and the Northwest. Both proud programs, and both have seen a lot of success over the past 20 years.
It's going to be third down and short, third down and 2 for Carroll College. The line of scrimmage, the 15-yard line. Bridgewater going to air it out, going to go to the end zone. Incomplete.
Flag.
And
flag
Sam
on the play.
was the intended receiver. Is that going to be pass interference?
It is. Yeah, the official was right on top of it. His number 88, the tight end for Carroll College, he had the defender climbing his back as the ball was arriving.
It's going to be a huge break for Carroll College.
We'll see it on the replay here. Bridgewater waiting for it to develop, knows right where he wants to go from the snap. He's got single coverage out there, but
got to him before the ball.
Number 22 took a ride before the ball arrived.
And that's going to be first and goal at the 1-yard line. Ferris comes in, Burgess comes in.
Big opportunity for Carroll here. They have to cash in right here. You don't want to leave points on the board there, or off the board.
Burgess has already rushed for 14 touchdowns for the freshman this season. Will he get the call here? First and goal at the 1-yard line and give the Saints the lead. Back. Ferris will come into motion. Bridgewater, Burgess comes off right tackle. He's in a 1-yard touchdown run. The Saints have the lead back.
Nice job that time. Nice play call by Coach Purcell, who's also the offensive coordinator. Power on the right side, and they just put the ball in the hands of their talented freshman, and he gets 3 guys in front of him, and he just waits and finds the hole.
Important PAT with a 3-point lead.
Yes, it is. We never know where this one's going to go. Get ready. You're that lower official on the left-hand side. Get your hands up.
Snap back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
You got her.
And 22-19, Carroll out on top.
Your score, Carroll College 23, Montana Tech 19.
Whether you live in town, out on the farm, or a cozy cabin nestled in the woods, wherever you call home or choose to locate your business, Woodpecker Technologies has great options for your high-speed internet. Based in Montana, we provide quality service to communities and businesses throughout the state. For high-speed internet anywhere, call Woodpecker Technologies at 406-461-1941 or visit us online at woodpeckertech.com.
Listen up, parents. Here's what we know.
And what we don't know.
E-cigarette use tripled among teens nationwide in just 1 year.
It's worse here in Montana. Our teens use at even higher rates.
What's in e-cigarettes anyway?
And what happens when our kids get addicted?
No one knows yet. Do you remember when they said that cigarettes were safe?
We don't want our kids to be the next lab rats. E-cigarettes equal big profit for big tobacco.
We have to protect the next generation.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
23-19, the Saints of Carroll College have the lead. 14:52 left to be played in this exciting football game.
Hey, do you think I can amend that answer? You know, the booth next to us asked if we want
know.
some chili, and I said no, but if we go to overtime, I need some chili.
The principal gets offered chili here.
He says no. No, thank you.
Tech is going to get the football back, and on the return from the 4-yard line is Woolley Steele. And gets out near the 25-yard line.
Nice tackle that time. Gang tackle number 19 led the way. Jacob Clinton, defensive back out of Lewistown, Montana.
Montana Tech gets it back. 23-14. A field goal does you no good.
Well, for Montana Tech, you know, when would they kick one? Because really, this year they've had success on just one field goal. The one they tried today did not end well.
First down and 10. Jet Campbell will line him up. Campbell, hand off. Blake Counts hit behind the line, and Blake Counts is going down.
Garrett Kokab just drilled it. What a play. I hope we can see this on the replay. That is a interior
He was in the
lineman
backfield about the same time that Counts got the football. Watch this.
Almost unblocked. Got through, grabbed him by the shoulder pads, and just said, you're going on the ground.
And remember, Counts is a big man. It's not easy to bring him down by yourself.
Nope.
Loss of just 2. Second down and a dozen.
Kid out of California made the big play there for Carroll.
Beautiful day for football on this November Saturday.
Great rivalry.
Here in Helena. Folks will come into motion. Campbell in trouble. Campbell airs it out to nobody.
There's nobody in the area. Doesn't have to be a receiver in the area because there was nobody there. Well, no flag.
And it's going to be third down and 12 for Montana Tech.
Big play right here.
Third down conversions, they are 3 of 10. Campbell 15 of 21, 244 yards, has not thrown an interception. His team down 4 under 14 minutes left to be played.
And you got Hoffman lined up tight right here on the right-hand side with check right on him. That's where they like to go. He's
no
looking that way.
Outs. Campbell, pressure. Campbell's gonna be sacked.
Yeah.
Campbell is sacked. What a huge play.
Number 36 for Carroll College in on that stop right away. That was Cole Greff. What a tackle.
That is huge.
Senior out of Golden, Colorado.
Carroll's getting it back, and Carroll leads by 4.
Big series that time for Carroll College defensively. They really had an answer on every play, and Tech went backwards.
And the punter, that is Nunes, is going to be punting from the end zone. Just barely gets it out. Fair catch called for. Saints lost it, and Tech will have the football at the 31-yard line. Another turnover. Carroll, their third of the game. And Morris comes up big for Montana Tech.
This is such a great football game. Jace Galt right down there, right, ready to surround that kid, trying to make that fair catch. Ball bounces away, and he's right there to pick it up.
It's amazing that Carroll has turned the ball over 3 times, yet they still lead.
Yep,
23-19.
They have the lead, but right now the momentum is right back in the favor of the white and green.
Montana Tech with a golden opportunity. Line of scrimmage to start this drive will be the 32-yard line. 13:25 left to be played. 23-19. Carroll out on top by 4.
Watch
Campbell. Handoff. Counts to the right side. Counts hit from behind and driven down.
Greff again.
Short game.
Yep, Greff again came from the backside this time and caught him. As Counts was trying to set the hole and cut to his left, Greff came right up from behind it and made the tackle.
2nd down and 9 for Montana Tech. You lose 3 games, it's going to be extremely difficult for Tech to get into the postseason playoffs, even though they're ranked 17th in the nation. Only 16 teams advance to the postseason in the NEIA. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Check that Garrett Kokab on that, not Greff.
Campbell airs it out. Pass is caught in double coverage for a gain of about 6 yards. Wow.
Yeah.
And Willie Steele made a great catch, also a great pass by Campbell. That one's going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, we'll see it on the replay here, and it looked to me like the defensive back had an opportunity to either step in and knock that ball away or step in front of the ball, but he was playing behind him.
Tell you what, Joe, they come up short here. I say they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Agreed.
3rd down, long 2. Line of scrimmage, 22.
Watch the corner route
Campbell
left side.
is going to keep it himself. Comes off left tackle, hit at the line, driven down, a gain of only a yard. Another 4th down play coming. Remember the last time Tech had it on 4th down, they scored a touchdown in that 3rd quarter on 4th down.
And here they are, a big 4th down. You're right. They can't get field goals out of the question, I would think. They're just too far out, and their field goal.
It'd be a 40-yard field goal attempt.
Success this year has been extremely minimal.
It's going to be 4th down. Scoreboard says 1. I'm going to say it's a short 2. Line of scrimmage at 22. Campbell hands it off. Counts. Hit at the line. Counts. Dives forward. I don't think he got a good mark. I don't think he made it.
Nope, he didn't. And Carroll defense knows it. They're coming off the field right now. They got him slowed down in the backfield. Didn't catch the number of the lineman that came through, but he made him turn, and that was just enough. Here we'll see it on the replay. He made him turn, and that was just enough to turn him back and let the defender get there. So the kid rolling on the ground, number 42, he's the one that blew it up.
Well, Carroll College not able to field the football on a punt. They gave it up to Tech. Tech gets no points after great field position. And now Carroll will get it back. They lead by 4 with 11:18 left to be played in this game.
It was Kresge who blew that up for Carroll defensively.
They've been thrown on 1st down, but not now. Major Ali finds a hole across the 30-yard line. And Major Ali goes for about 9.
Great run by the senior tailback. He just found a hole, found another gear, and he was through it in a hurry.
What a career for Major Ali. A pickup at 10. Give it to Ali again. Same play. Comes off left side. Nowhere to go as Ali is stopped. Gain of about 1, and Teddy Croft on the tackle.
Nice job by Croft. He had help that time from number 52, also in on that tackle, Cade Harris. Carroll right back at the line of scrimmage, trying to keep Montana Tech from subbing here.
It's going to be 2nd down and 9 from the 35-yard line. And they want to throw again. Burgess makes a catch, 35-40, first down. Burgess gets across midfield, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds near the 43 and near a first down marker.
Yep, he's got enough. We'll see it on the replay here. He had some extra yards, but the official right on it. Nice call by the official. He turned upfield and his left foot went out of bounds at about the 43, but enough for the first down.
Another first down, handoff Burgess. Burgess finds a hole inside the 40, inside the 30. Matthew Burgess, wow, what a run.
Nice job that time on the tackle. Number 13, Justin May for Montana Tech, but momentum right back. It was the defense for Carroll that really turned it on that stop, but you can see on this replay, Carroll College is just on a roll, and Tech has to call timeout.
That is a 29-yard pickup. Matthew Burgess, as we've seen in the replay, it took two Tech players to bring him down. 23-19, Carroll out on top.
In the Army National Guard, you'll serve part-time to be ready to respond at all times. You'll train to master the skills and equipment used to keep the nation secure and its enemies on the run. You'll learn to be a leader and a member of a team. Become part of a time-honored tradition of vigilance and selfless service. Find your adventure at NationalGuard.com.
At First Security Bank, we believe that the banking experience should be both simple and efficient. We've invested our resources to provide our customers with the highest quality services and optimal banking tools. When you bank with First Security Bank, you're not only getting the most personalized banking experience in Helena, you're working with a bank dedicated to helping Helena thrive. Visit us in person or online. First Security Bank, locally owned, community strong.
First down and 10 Saints, just inside the 30-yard line. Bridgewater's going to keep it himself. Bridgewater down to the 23-yard line. Troy Purcell, his first season as head coach at Carroll College. He comes in and replaces the legend, Mike Van Dees, 20 years, over 200 wins, 14 conference titles, 6 national championships, and a lot of pressure. And congratulations to the success that Coach Purcell has had with his team this year. Major Ali gets near the 20. Third down play coming up here for Carroll College.
Big third down coming up for Carroll. They got to pick this up. They're a little, well, I guess you could attempt the field goal from there and put it at about 41 yards within the kicker's range, but you want to get this lead back. You want to get after, or extend this lead, excuse me, the 4-point lead. You kick a field goal, it's still a one-score game.
Carroll College 4 of 9 this afternoon on third down conversions. Major Ali is back in. Ferris is going to come into motion. Bridgewater takes the snap. He wants to throw on third and short. Got time. Airs it out. Yep. Sipes makes a great catch. Sipes has a first down. Near the 15-yard line, breaks a tackle, gets a couple of more, and wow.
Yeah, nice route that time, and a pretty good ball thrown by Bridgewater, but Sipes had to reach out in front of him and make that catch as he came across the formation. Here he comes, left to right. And you'll see that ball just out in front of him a little bit. He reaches out and makes the catch, and then he won't go down. Number 22 had a hold of him, and he said, I'm not going out of bounds. Breaks free from him and picks up a couple extra yards.
Sipes had 6 receptions, 170 yards, and 4 touchdowns against Tech a year ago. Major Ali gets near the 10, stopped at the 11-yard line. Sipes over 800 yards receiving this season. 8:21 left to be played in this college football game. Carroll College out on top of the Diggers, 23-19.
Major Ali over 100 yards right now, 111 yards on senior day here.
And that is his best game of the year. He went for 107 against Montana Western, breaks the tackle. Major Ali down to about the 7-yard line.
And they're just feeding him. They're keeping Matthew Burgess over here on the sidelines, and they're just feeding Major and letting him have the ball. He might as well. He's hot.
How about a touchdown here? Tech would be down by 2 scores.
Well, the pressure's starting to mount now on Montana Tech, and that their playoff hopes are starting to dim here. They've got to stop Carroll College and get the ball back and go down and score.
It's going to be 3rd down and a long 3 from the 7-yard line. Major Ali and Burgess are both in. Bridgewater will come under center, and Bridgewater will throw into the end zone.
Burgess.
Touchdown! Burgess makes the catch. That covers 8 yards.
Great call.
And the Saints are up by 2 scores.
Wow, kudos to Troy Purcell. Great play call that time. Caught Tech completely off guard. Nobody in the area covering Burgess. It was just an easy pitch and catch. He just rolled out to his right. It was wide open. It was like a 7-on-7 or a summer passing drill. There's nobody there.
That is a huge, huge score for Carroll College. Josh Kraft on for the PAT. 29-19. Saints out on top. Time running out for the Diggers of Tech with 7:21 left, and Carroll has to blow a timeout before they kick the PAT, but well, from what we've seen on PATs today, that's really not that strange.
Well, they got Carroll on a delay of game here, and Coach Purcell was trying to get a timeout. He's telling the referee, hey, I was calling timeout, and the referee said didn't get it in time, so they're going to back him up 5 yards, make it a little bit longer. It'll be a 25-yard attempt.
7 minutes and 21 seconds left to be played. A 25-yard PAT. Snap back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And it's 30-19. The Fighting Saints of Carroll College out on top by 11.
At Wayland Tire, it's service first, quality always. Performance, pride, and passion. 3 things that define the rich legacy of BF Goodrich Tires and the lasting partnership that we've shared over the years. Like the ever-popular BF Goodrich KO2 tire and all the Advantage TA line of tires, stop in and talk to your local performance experts at Wayland Tire and get set up with the right type of tires from the company that invented performance, BF Goodrich.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
I love that one.
I love it.
I love it.
It's easy to fall in love with a new Chevy.
I love this one too.
And this month is the perfect time to see why.
Wow. I love it.
That's my next truck.
Find your reason to fall in love with a new Chevy and get a great deal all month long.
I love it. I'm gonna go buy a Chevy.
Get 20% below MSRP on all 2019 Silverado double cab pickups. That's over $97.50 on this Silverado. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 20% below MSRP on other select 2019 models.
We are Gen Z, the pivotal generation.
We are what's next.
And we're going to change the world.
Our generation could eradicate tobacco.
Big Tobacco is scared, so now they're trying to pivot too.
Pushing vaping, candy flavors, and sweet cigarillos.
Like we'll fall for that.
It's just a new spin on the same old lies.
Newsflash, we're not playing your game.
And you're not taking us for a ride.
Nope.
I'm out.
Hashtag same old spin.
Joe, this would be a huge win for Carroll College, wouldn't it?
Enormous wins for the program, for, like I mentioned earlier, recruiting purposes for next year, and just to feel good. You know, nothing like an off-season coming off a year where you knock Tech out of the playoffs.
11-point lead for Carroll with 7:21 left to be played in this game. There will be a return from the 4-yard line. And Willie Steele brings it out, and a great open field tackle on that play. And that is going to be Paul Wilson.
Yeah, the senior out of Bonner, Montana. He got some help. Stephen Powell, or another player down there, slowed him down a little bit, but yep, broke on it, made a great play.
So 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to be played of the game. 30-19. The Saints are out on top, and the Diggers of Montana Tech will get the ball back here.
So they need 2 scores. They need a touch with a 2-point conversion and then a field goal to knot it up.
They got their work cut out for them. Campbell will throw on first down. Wide open receiver. And that is going to be Capera. Capera's going to get the first down again if it does it. How in the world did he get that wide open?
I'm not sure. I guess the defender was playing him to go deep and gave him way too much cushion. Tech right at the line of scrimmage. We're ready to snap this football.
Tech needs 2 scores here. First down and 10, Diggers. From the 35-yard line, 331 yards for Tech in the game, 367 for the Saints of Carroll College. And Campbell gonna go deep. Hoffman makes a great catch.
Great catch.
Oh, on Isaiah King, and they have been battling all afternoon. And they're inside the 35-yard line.
Great throw that time by Jet Campbell. King, pretty good coverage, but never turned to look for the ball. When the receiver turned, Hattie, he might have been able to knock that away. But, boy, what a tough assignment. Hoffman's just an amazing receiver.
Tech scores here, Joe. This is going to get exciting. First
fun,
down and 10. Diggers from the 35-yard line. Campbell again to Hoffman, and off the shoulder pads of Isaiah.
Yeah, King's not turning. When Hoffman turns to look for the football, King's not turning around, and that ball hit him right between the shoulder pads.
Clock is stopped. Second down and 10, 6:33 to go.
Carroll's trying to get some pressure, but kudos to the offensive line from Montana Tech, giving Jet Campbell time to set up and throw that football.
Saints win. It's their 4th win in a row. They improved to 6-3. They'll have their first winning season since 2014 when they went 10-2 and advanced to the quarterfinals of the NAIA National Playoffs. Fake the handoff to Counts. Campbell's in trouble. He throws it away. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 coming up for Tech, and they're definitely in 4th down territory.
Yes, they are. They've got to push this football, so they'll take 2 shots to pick up this 10 yards. So they don't need to get it all here on this play. They pretty much abandoned the running game right now, and it's throw, throw, throw.
And that has not been their cup of tea this season.
In fact, I don't see. Yeah, there he is. He's on the field. I was going to say I didn't see number 7 out there. Their talented running back, Blake Counts.
Second most passing yards all year for Bridgewater, 251 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the 35-yard line. Back to throw. Campbell going to air it out deep, incomplete.
Looking for number 19, trying to catch him. That's Sam McCamley. Just threw it just a bit too far.
So 4th down. They're going to go for it. 4th down today. Tech 1 for 3. Tech on this season is 6 of 13 on 4th down conversions.
Well, you know, overall, they like to run the football. That's their game. So when they're forced to throw, sometimes they come up short. But he's got one really talented receiver and 3 other pretty good ones out there.
Big down here. 4th down and 10. Tech, 35-yard line. Campbell looking left. Campbell airs it out. He had a receiver wide open. He overthrew him.
Yeah, number 4's arguing for trying to get a holding call out. Alex Steele, he said he was held, but the official said nope. And the sideline of the coaches on the sideline for Montana Tech on the official as well.
Wow.
So Carroll comes up with the stop. Now what can they do offensively? Can they put together a couple of first downs and run this clock down?
Well, we'll have to find out here. It's going to be 1st down and 10, Carroll College.
And Bridgewater needs to take care of the football here. He's going to get some pressure, obviously.
Carroll trying to run that clock out on top by 11. Get a couple of first downs here. Low snap. Hand up. Major Ali, and they're trying to strip the ball from Major Ali. A gain of just 1. It's Carroll College that has turned the football over 3 times in this game. Tech has no turnovers. So you go up against your rival, 17th ranked team in the nation that's only lost to 1 team all year. You turn the ball over 3 times, and you still lead by 2 scores. It's going to be 2nd down along 9 for the Saints. Major Ali, over 100 yards rushing in this football game for Ali. Bridgewater. Bridgewater's going to keep it. Comes to the left side. Bridgewater slides as he gets to the 40, and a late flag.
Yeah, real late.
Boy, I'm not sure about that.
I'm not either. Number 31 is going to get flagged for a late hit there for Montana Tech, and yeah, I agree with you. Damari Morris, he really tried to hold up. I mean, he slid on the ground before the. So we'll see. The officials are talking it over. I think that's what they're trying to determine is whether or not that is a personal foul, late hit.
Can they just pick up the flag?
They can. Well, watch it here on the replay. He's going to slide to the ground, and was it helmet to helmet? Maybe that was the call.
Well, they're either talking about dinner plans tonight or they're talking about the play we just witnessed. 5 minutes and 29 seconds left to be played in this football game, and they're going to mark it off against Montana Tech.
Hang on a second here. There's a flag in the backfield, so.
Now they're going to go the other way.
Not sure what's going on here.
It's going to be a hold against Carroll College. And now they're going to go and take the penalty, the roughing the quarterback. You got all that, Joe?
Yeah. Clear as mud right there. You betcha. The officials aren't quite sure yet. Either they're saying, "Oh, wait a minute, how many yards you go that way? Came back this way." Looks like me measuring a wall trying to get it straight before I put it up, to make sure it's all level. Who knows what's going on out there? All right, well, anyway, it's first down, Carroll College.
First down and 10 at the 45-yard line. 4 wide receivers set to go out. Big first down. And Harrison will come into motion. Hand it off. Big hole. Burgess. Burgess 50. Burgess 40. Burgess 30. Caught from behind near the 25-yard line. What a huge carry. And guess what? It's coming back.
Coming back on a hold. Justin May made a great tackle there, but another piece of linen on the field. Back it up.
That third quarter, we had very few penalties, if any. In the fourth quarter, wow.
Can't see the hold on the replay.
What a run for Burgess.
But obviously it helped him develop a huge hole, and he took advantage of it.
Saints need the football back. Saints need to score twice if they want to go to the postseason. They'll wrap up this season at home against a struggling Rocky Mountain College team. Rocky's got just 3 wins. They beat Dickinson State. They beat Northern twice. Dickinson State 7-2. They're ranked 20th. And on the carry, right up the middle, Devin Bridgewater. He gains a dozen. It's going to be second down and 8.
Devin's got some burst. He can move. Saw that hole. He took off.
Saints on the 46, 4:28 left to be played. Is that right that Tech has no timeouts left?
Well, they called a couple early, so that could be correct. That's what it says on the scoreboard. It says Saints have all 3.
It's going to be second down and 9. Harrison in motion. Line of scrimmage, the 46-yard line. Boy, what a huge game for the Fighting Saints of Carroll College on Senior Day. Burgess, midfield, Burgess. And he gets to about the 47-yard line, a gain of 7 for Matthew Burgess.
Carroll 1st and 20, and they've run the ball twice, and they've just about picked it all back up in a situation where Tech knows they're going to run the football because they want to keep the clock running, but still they can't stop them. Kudos to that offensive line and to Bridgewater and to Burgess running hard, but just a great offensive show today for Carroll College. They had a very slow third quarter, but they have picked it up again here in the fourth.
166 yards on the ground for Carroll College in this football game. Montana Tech has rushed for only 80 yards in this game, and Tech came into the game averaging 192 yards a game on the ground. This is the first timeout taken this half for Carroll College. 3:14 left to be played in this football game. Thanks to A1 Rentals for providing the lift for today's game. They offer rental items from construction to do-it-yourself homeowner. And don't forget about their party rentals and retail store at Parties Plus. They can help with any job, no matter how big or how small. A1 Rentals, serving Helena since 1959. The game of the week is brought to you by the Montana Chevy dealers. Montana Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, and Wayland Tire. And we're going to have the play of the game and the player of the game, Joe. And
that'd be got a lot of characters here, a lot of players that definitely could qualify for that.
It's going to be third down, a long 3:14 to go. Saints looking good. Out on top by 11. And Burgess, a gain of about 1. Fourth down coming up here.
I look for Carroll to punt the football away, try and pin them deep, let their defense get back on the field.
Tech has no timeouts left.
Yeah.
Under 3 minutes to go.
Here comes the punt team. They'll probably let this clock run down as far as they can and use the entire 22 seconds left on the clock there. Maybe even call a timeout and then punt the football.
Willie Steele is back to return this punt from Quebec.
Punt coverage this time critical for Carroll. They cannot allow a special teams touchdown here.
Snap back, end over end. Fair catch called for. And it's going to be first down and 10, 6-yard line for Montana Tech. Well, what a great season for the Diggers. They lost the first game of the year to the College of Idaho when they were ranked 15th in the nation, 28-14. College of Idaho 8-0, ranked 6th in the nation. Their only other loss, October 19th, College of Idaho was ranked 8th. That game was tied at 13. Idaho hit a 58-yard field goal as time expired. And those have been the only 2 losses for Montana Tech all year. And now with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to be played this afternoon, they're down 30-19, and they've got 94 yards to go here. Campbell unloads, incomplete. Harrison, the intended receiver, and he was not turned around quite yet. It's going to be second down and 10. Not only a big win for Carroll, but it's going to guarantee them a winning season. It's going to be their 6th win. It's going to be their 4th win in a row, and the first time the Saints have had more wins than losses since 2014.
That time Campbell had to get rid of that ball early. Isaiah King was coming on a blitz, and he saw him coming, so he threw it early.
Campbell at the goal line will run the 5. Campbell the 10. Campbell tries to break loose, and Campbell gets out near the 13. Third down coming up. They can't stop the clock. 2:15 left to be played. Carroll will finish the season at Eastern Oregon. Tech at home against Rocky. Third down and 5 from the 13. Campbell in trouble again. Campbell will throw on the run. Counts, drops the football. And how much credit do you give this Carroll College defense today?
Yeah.
Holding, Tech to 19.
Absolutely. That time a lot of pressure on Campbell. He didn't know where to go, but he may have been past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball. It was close. It's fourth down here. They got to go for it, but we'll see on the replay.
Yeah, Counts was wide open, unable to make the catch. And Joe, my friend, you're the one that's got to pick the player of the game and the play of the game.
Oh, that's not my contract.
Pretty sure the color man's supposed to do that. It's going to be fourth down and 5 coming up. Under 2 minutes left to be played. Campbell from the 5 airs it out. Contact, no flag. And that could have been pass interference. And Carroll College is going to get it back, and Jet Campbell's going ballistic.
Yeah, they're sure that was pass interference. Montana Tech was, and they probably got a beef. I'm not sure. We'll have maybe on the replay we can tell, but great job defensively by Carroll College. There's some excited Saints coaches and players right now.
Huge win for the Saints. They're going to have it at the 12-yard line. Carroll can't stop it. Saints can go in victory formation here and take a knee 3 times. Game over. Saints will win it 30-19. And, the Diggers have not given up this many points all season. Before today, the most points the Tech defense gave up was back on September 7th, game 1, when the College of Idaho won 28-14. So Carroll scores 30 today, and that's the most points that Tech has given up all season.
Well, I mentioned it earlier. This has been a rivalry for years. These two teams reside 60 miles apart, and sometimes you'll hear in games like this, well, after the game, we're all buddies, and it's just a game, and we fight hard during the game, but afterwards we're friends. Not the case here. They're not. They don't like each other. They never have, and it's a tough rivalry. So kudos to Carroll College and Coach Purcell for the team that he put together this year. It's never easy to come back and try to build your own program after following somebody like Coach Van Diest, but he has done a tremendous job of getting these kids ready to play game in and game out, and believing in themselves and having the confidence and just putting in the work in the offseason too, Rocky. That's a big piece of it.
And how big is this to have Carroll win on senior day against our arch rivals?
It's huge, and not only win, but knock them out of the playoffs. I mean, I could be wrong here, but I think the chances are slim to none that Tech's going to get in now with 3 losses in the conference.
Troy Purcell, huge win. Huge win for Troy Purcell and his team. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Doug Sexy just sent me a text. Big win. It is a big win, Doug. No question at all about that. The Saints win their 4th straight game. They go to 6-3 on the year. The Diggers drop just their 3rd game all year, and they're also 6-3, both teams, with just 1 game left to play. The final score, the Saints won it 30-19.
Since before the birth of America, the Army National Guard has stood ready to answer the call to defend and protect the nation. Army National Guard soldiers share in an enduring commitment to serve their state in times of crisis and defend their nation in times of conflict. The men and women of the Army National Guard serve part-time in their own communities and have a stake in its continued security. To learn all about the benefits of becoming a soldier in the Army National Guard, visit nationalguard.com.
Montana. We're proud to say it's where we live and where we work. We're so much more than pretty scenery. We are all hardworking, resilient, and resourceful. The vibe is different here. Stockman Bank, Montana's brand of banking.
Four straight wins in a row for the Fighting Saints of Carroll College, and they celebrate as the seniors lead them in their school song. 30-19 the final score. It was all tied up at 0-0, end of 1, and the Saints led 16-6 at the break. Tech took their first lead, end of 3, out on top 19-16. Carroll with just 7 yards.